Alright guys, welcome back to the Imaxit YouTube channel. I'm your host JD. If you're new, please do smash that like button, share, and definitely subscribe. So today we are going to be talking about Michail Antonio, Jamal Lowe, and Kemar Roofe. Obviously, it's going to stay a little bit longer on Michail Antonio because we want to talk about his importance towards football, because a lot of persons at first question things about him, like for instance, oh, he doesn't score goals, what relevance does he truly have, and those things. So we are here to talk about it. All right, so we have heard that they rejected a bid for Michail Antonio right here. As you can see, I'm gonna pull up the additional screen so you can get to see it. So Chelsea have literally rejected a bid for no, West Ham have actually rejected a bid for Michail Antonio here. Obviously, they said it was a loan bid, so maybe they are not interested in the loan bid, or maybe they are not interested in the sum. So we're gonna go through that and then go through the rest of the bids and talk about the importance of Michail Antonio. So we saw that Owen checked in, Kevin checked in. Massive respect to you lot. All right, this one might not be the longest one, but at the end of the day, we will go through all of the ones that we never touched yesterday. All right, so they say West Ham rejects Chelsea's bid for Michail Antonio on loan. So it's still loan one, and this one is 3 hours ago, so it's the closest one. All right, Chelsea have tried to convince West Ham to sign Michail Antonio on loan until the end of the season, but the Hammers immediately rejected the Blues' offer. They have no intention of getting rid of their striker. All right, so people ask every minute like he should go other places. Clearly, they are showing that they have no interest to get rid of him. All right. Whether you think that's that's the thing that he should do, I think he should leave at this point to maybe fit in a different system. I wouldn't recommend Chelsea in my estimation. Yes, but at the end of the day, if he's getting the Chelsea loan, it's something to keep himself afloat in my estimation. All right. Michail Antonio remains one of the most sought after players in English football. All right. At the age of 32, the veteran West Ham striker, with whom he has a contract until mid 2024, continues to delight fans. The former Nottingham Forest man has found the net 5 times in his 8 seasons with the Hammers in 25 official matches so far this season. 12 of them as a starter. In total, he has 66 goals over and provided 32 assists in 253 games. So it is not as bad. All right. The Guardian now claims that Chelsea have expressed an interest in signing him in the current winter transfer window. Apparently, according to the same media, the Stamford Bridge side have asked for the loan of the striker, but the proposal has been immediately rejected by West Ham. The Blues wanted to sign Antonio on loan until the end of the season, but his team would have refused to let go of one of their most important attacking talents. So they still believe that it's one of their most important attacking talent. Yeah. All right. So that's just from the Chelsea side. We have heard that Everton came in trying to sign him as well. All right. They came in trying to sign him as well. Yeah, so what say you guys in the comment section? You think that he should go, or you think he should stay? All right, and then we're going to get into the importance of these forwards, because yesterday we had a conversation and a lot of people came in. No, day before yesterday and yesterday we had the conversations, and the people came in and their take their takes were the ballers them score the most goals, and I've said no, it all depends on your system. You can score a lot of goals, but you're not impacting and winning. You understand me? You can score a 1-1 goal every single game, but you cannot really push the team further. All right, and it might pose some problems here and there. And that's how the Michail Antonio thing came in. So with Christian, this video is more likely for people like Christian, saying that you should move away from certain people and stuff, because they don't know what they really do, and oh, we overhype them. No, it's not an overhype. It's what you need. We're gonna flip over to Chelsea's team right here to show you how Chelsea sets up and how important it could be in the Chelsea system and also in the Everton system. All right, yes, because we clearly saw how he played for Jamaica. He played for West Ham and stuff. All right, so we can show you how you would have actually set up and what he does and a feel. All right, so let me try and get the Chelsea starting lineup to show you, because they have so much injuries at this point, so they need anyone to lead the line. So as at this point they have Kai Havertz. As you can see, my boy came in and he got red carded instant, right? So they have Kai Havertz leading the line at this point. You have Ziyech, Mason Mount. So those are all attacking midfielders to wingers. All right, they need someone to feed off because they are more like a secondary striker role players. All right, so if you have them, you're going to create more chances, yes, but you're not going to have the time on the ball to finish the chances, and they are not the serial finishers as what most would expect. All right, yes, but they are creators of the play more than anything else. Havertz is a creator of the play, can set up the play and can score running later on in the back. So you don't want him to be a striker. You would want him to be more of a late runner of the ball. And Ziyech like to assist people, Mason Mount the same thing, and all of them like to arrive in the box late, if not fire from further out. So to let them play a striker role, it's going to be tough. So that's why Michail Antonio would be 100% a starter in this position, 100%, and that's answered Mr. Christian's conversation there. You see how it spins, one full circle, guys. How it spins one full circle. All right, but guys, let me take our time and hit the like button, because sometimes we kind of always come on and forgot to just hit the like button on the video so we can get the visibility out there. Obviously, you know that we're busy trying to get the information out there and reason, but sometimes you have to just show the respect by hitting the damn like button and subscribe to the channel. All right, let me go out here and get some comments. All right, Warren, big up yourself, thanks for being here. Island Cart, big up yourself, thanks for being here. JD, big up JD. Why West Ham don't want Antonio to leave their stupid club that not going anywhere? We cannot say their club is stupid, and if they never took a chance at Antonio, maybe we wouldn't know of Antonio this much, and maybe the Reggae Boyz, he might never played for the Reggae Boyz because he tried to play for them before and they rejected him. So really and truly, it's because he played for West Ham and they put him on that higher echelon. That's why he got called for Jamaica, because they could have rejected him, because England would have actually they were talking about getting him to play for the England team, literally the last World Cup. So the man is a man, even though some of us we try to always just say some things, I don't know for what reason, and fight against the player. The man is an in-demand player, regardless of what we like about it. What we need to do is what we need to take away from this. What are these guys doing so much for them to be so relevant? Because it's not because they're English, because that is a ridiculous claim coming from our own culture. It's not because they're English, but what are they doing so much to make themselves in demand? And that's what we need to apply to most of our local players to make sure we can be at the table at all times. All right, yes. Let me see. Owen, big up yourself. Thanks for being here. Natty Congo said, blessings JD. I saw where Southgate is eyeing calling up Levy, Colwell. Southgate knows Jamaica has eyes on him. Okay, I don't know if Jamaica has eyes on him. Alright, Solids, big up yourself. Thanks for being here. Massive respect. Earl Banjo, Suriname in the building. Massive respect. Then we have our brother, Jamaican footballers. I like. Big up. Wolves, no, I know. We talked about that, but we cannot put everything in the title every single time. It's literally lower below who wants him as well. And that's why I have to ask the Jamaican crowd, if he's not that good, why is it so much people want him? All right, our assessment of football is just different. And I'm not gonna say our. Your assessment of football, the personnel that has the problem, saying that we should move away from him because I am valuing him just the same as other people in the world. You understand me? Yes. So I would like to know about that. We have to have players like Antonio around the young players to help with their development. But not that just that. He needs to be in the team because he's good enough to be in the team. Simple as that, you know. Marcelo, blessings, massive respect. Thanks for being here. Chelsea move isn't good for me. A loan, 6 month loan, I think would be still okay. For me. Richard Stewart saw a recent picture of Potter. The guy has aged. Well, the Chelsea job is tough, man. JD Antonio need to leave West Ham before the ship sink deep. I think if it will take a little more time, but it will improve over time. All right. Gilly Gunner, big up yourself. Thanks for being here. Brian Burke, massive respect. Thanks for being here as well. All right. All right, so Dr. Dan, big up yourself. Thanks for being here. Never heard of him before. Which no, I don't know him. I'm not gonna say I know the player when I don't know the player. I will go and research, watch what he does, and see what I can say about him. But if I don't know him, I'm not gonna come here and tell you all sort of story about the player when I don't watch him. All right, I don't know nothing about that player. I will get to him soon enough. All right. All right. Chelsea sucks, JD. At my club, but tell you what, that's what I'm just trying to show you. I'm showing you and this. If he comes here, automatically it adds something completely different towards Chelsea's team. Because if he comes here, surprising, he might not have scored the goals them that you want from a striker, but just his presence and his all play activates players that are top tier players. You saw that Hakim Ziyech, one of the best players at the World Cup. Kai Havertz, you saw that what he can do with other personals that can shield the ball, support him with the ball. You saw those things. Mason Mount, once he creates, he gets space, he can do something. And you have Pulisic and you have others coming in. All right, you have Madrid just signed as well. All right, and you have even Joy Felix added there. Chelsea would have by far the best attack. Raheem Sterling, all of those guys to come back. So I think Michail Antonio has been disrespected by the Jamaican public, and these are the things that showcase to you why these guys are in demand. They made sure they are football personnels that transcended what they do. You get me, and make their importance up there, so that's why they can always get jobs to be at different places. You get me? Yeah, they can always get the jobs to go here and there. All right, whilst other guys that you in the culture saying that are big ballers cannot go anywhere. You get me? So make sure you know the sport. Make sure you do something well, and just fully educate yourself. And that's why it can be important, because this man, he's in demand and he's 32. So if he's 32 and in demand for the biggest clubs in the world, I don't see why you would not be able to play for Jamaica team. All right? Yes. So that need to dead. We don't want to hear from Christian anymore about this Michail Antonio dying thing. He should avoid relegation bound Everton at all cost. We go on Everton now just to see how Everton sets up, what their options are. Obviously, I know them, but I want you guys to see them yourself. All right. Yes, so we look through everything. All right, so Antonio should head to Everton. Owen wants him to go to Everton. I think I would take the Chelsea deal more than the Everton deal, to be honest. At this point, and I think he would have continued to get game time. I think he would have continued to get game time regardless of who is there. Regardless of who is there, he would have got the game time because they don't have a player like him there. And every single time Potter, you have to know how Potter plays. What Potter offers, you need a player like him to get the other fluid players running. You get me? So I think Potter would have actually used him way more than what you guys believe. All right. Bless up Cook. How are you doing, man? Hope all is well. I have to fix the internet problem and organized a bit more. I was talking to... Okay. No problem. Maisden, big up yourself. Thanks for being here. Avoid Everton for what reason and go where? No, remember, he has four places in Everton, Wolves still interested because Wolves already said that Newcastle was the first one that was willing to bid for him. And they do have other players there that are strikers. For some reason, I don't know why they would have wanted Newcastle. So for me, I wouldn't take him for. You know what? I'm taking that back. He could still go to Newcastle and start just the same because Isaac comes off the left hand side majority of the time. He doesn't like to play the sole role, so he plays like a supporting forward role majority of the time. So Michail Antonio could have worked off him just the same and be effective. So Michail Antonio could go to West Ham, Newcastle, and get game at Newcastle as well. Chelsea definitely can go to Chelsea and get game. Wolves 1000%. He would be getting game there. If not starting almost every game. There are the worst scenario. He would share off games, and then for Everton, he would start for Everton week in week out to try and facilitate the more wide wingers them now. But you have Calvert-Lewin there. That is a solid force. So maybe pose some challenges, but Calvert-Lewin does not play like Michail Antonio, so he offers more goals than Michail Antonio, yes. But Michail Antonio may be a little more, a little different from him. So he would start if he goes, or he would be a integral part of Everton's plan going forward. But Calvert-Lewin, I could see Calvert-Lewin starting ahead of Michail Antonio on certain occasions because once he's on form, Calvert-Lewin can cause all sorts of problem. All right. All sorts of problem. Calvert-Lewin can cause all sorts of problem, guys. All sorts of problems. All right. Yes. So he has to go back to his agents and reason it out and then decide from that plan, from that situation. All right. Yes, it's tough. Where to go? It's tough. West Ham rejected that cheap loan deal. They want to sell him outright once they get a replacement for him. Yes, but we talked about El Naziri in a different video. Martin Baker, big up yourself. Thanks for being here. DS Electronics, massive respect. Thanks for being here. Any team is going. No, he should make sure he's starting. Yes, 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 yes. Michael Woodburn, West Ham struggling for their life. I doubt the West Ham board would sanction a deal for Antonio to leave. That will never happen. Well, he can force force a move, because if a man is disgruntled, you don't want him in your team. You get me? Because he's gonna make it worse. You get me? And remember, person said that's what Declan Rice doing at this point. I'm not sure if that's true, but that's what persons said, to be honest. All right. And Newcastle makes sense as a buy for this and next season. Yes, I do believe that because people look at Isaacs and thought that Isaacs would be in the striker pool. No, he's a wing forward type of player. So Michail Antonio would not get into his way. Michail Antonio would have aided Isaacs to be even a better version of himself. So I could see the Newcastle deal be a good one for him, just the same. Just as what African says, a 2-year deal, and you can get the best out of him. Everton game fits Antonio, but I think sorry, Calvert-Lewin being there would give him some trouble, because Calvert-Lewin is mobile, strong, big, and fast as well. Yes, so and he plays not the same, but similar in certain aspects. Warren Webster, JD, what I am trying to say, let's face it, Antonio is at the end of his football years, and we need a transition passing the baton. Yes, but that is true. But because when you're making those conversations, you have to look at what you have, as a striking pool, to be honest, You saw that right now in Jamaica, you saw my boy that played defensive central for us for a million years ago. He's still Rudolph Aston is still important in the JPL. It tells you sometimes the quality of a player in certain poor levels kind of aid you for a longer time. You get me? So Michail Antonio dropped down to the Concacaf region. We should have factored that in when we talk about the 36 might be too much. All right? Yes. So that's what I was trying to say. So really and truly, I still believe that he could still feature 36 or 35 still in this region, and be very much as equal as everybody else that we have to select from. If we don't get Ivan Toney and those top level shelf people, because I don't see any striker that Jamaica has that will improve so drastical that Michail Antonio get outshine. I don't believe it. I don't believe it, to be honest. Island Card Newcastle would be a better option for Antonio because they need a striker to put the ball in. No, they have Isaac, man. Isaac is a good player, you know. Isaac is a top player, you know. You get me? But he would need people to play off. That's important, guys. People need to read these things. You know, when they heard Mbappe saying that he needs a target man, he doesn't need someone to score goals. He needs someone to push back the defenders, them, so he get that acre of space to run in, and then he can finish as well. So that's why he loves to play with Giroud so much. You understand me? So when people talking, they don't know the importance of spacing on a football pitch. And Michail Antonio is one of the best in the world at doing that. That's exactly what I was telling Christian the other day, you know. And he never understood what I was saying, you know. You see, Christian, maybe you don't know football as much as me. Alright? Captain Jamaica will be good almost anywhere. Only the young Jamaica is the only one at Chelsea I worry about. Yeah, okay, Colin Quest. Charles Brahma, big up yourself. Thanks for being here. Professional Pro Cup, tell you tactical football only written in Spanish. Jamaica need Unai Emery. Okay, alright. Andrew 55, big up yourself. Thanks for being here. Solids. JD, can Antonio improve? Or this is the best we will see him at starting. I'm starting to think with his age, how much better. No, I don't think he can improve so much better, you know. But if we had the Antonio that played for West Ham last season for Jamaica, and we are rolling with our wingers, we could have gotten way more out of Jamaica's team. Way more. It's just because we couldn't get Antonio to play how he should be playing as how he played for West Ham. You understand me? We never really got him. The goals that he scored was just him just saying that, okay, you guys are disrespecting me, think that others are better than me and not giving me any game. Let me go out there and just show you what I could do. That's pretty much what he did the entire time, to be honest. You think Antonio is better than Aubameyang? He offers way more than Aubameyang right now, to be honest. Like, Aubameyang might still can finish, but maybe his turn of pace is dropping. And because his turn of pace is dropping, he can't get into those positions that he uses pace and rely on pace for the entire time to get in those spaces, and that's a problem. That's what I'm saying. So that's why they would go for Antonio now, because Antonio still has the pace, still have the enormous strength. You get me? And still have the fear factor. A lot of more defenders. No, I'm not asking you. More defenders fear Antonio than Aubameyang now. 1000%. Because if you, I heard Mr. Pep talked about Antonio or hard he is to deal with. Defenders struggle. Every single defenders struggle to deal with him. He's not the best finisher. I'm not saying none of these guys he can compete with finishing like them. But what he offers, he brings the entire team up the pitch. And that's what Chelsea need to create space. They have enough players to score 1 billion goals if they can just push back the centre backs them. And let those guys get free areas. I can tell you, if you listen to the coach come in, that's the reason why they would have wanted Antonio in the team to give that that extra addition. You get me? Yes. So right now, I think Michail Antonio would be more important than Aubameyang based on what Chelsea would want him for. They have those speed players on the wings coming off. You get me? Aubameyang don't really help those guys inside the box, to be honest. And maybe that's why Arsenal moved away from him. Bless up, football, global football. How you doing, man? Ivan Toney is a top level. Yes. Ivan Toney is a top level player. Professional pro club, whether you like it or not. All right. JT, he can help us win. No, unless we can find better. Doesn't Wilson play similar to Antonio? And same position? Yes, D Savage, they play the same position, but Wilson, I don't think Wilson plays like him. Wilson's the better finisher. I would tell you that Wilson's the better finisher than Antonio. You get me? But Antonio quicker. stronger and take up more positions to unlock other people. Wilson does it as well, don't get me wrong, because the other day, he did it as well, in the Newcastle win. So he can do it. That is 100% fact. He can do it, but I think Antonio would offer something different from him, to be honest. We couldn't get him to. Our coach system was flat. Oh, yeah. Coach system thought that maybe Shamar Nichols would have done better. Or maybe Shamar Nichols is a better player. Professional Pro Club says, so what happened with Antonio, top PL striker? Just a few months after the top striking in the EPL. Yeah, but we have always said if Ivan Toney comes, Ivan Toney would be the main striker. We had always said that even when Antonio was our main striker, we were always saying that if Ivan Toney comes, we would put him at first. We have always said that, guys. Come on, man. Guys, make sure to smash the like button, share, and subscribe. Get us past 100 likes on this damn video. And share and subscribe to the channel. Give your takes on it. We have other players that we wanted to talk about. Yeah, but definitely the Antonio one with us, we wanted to show Christian and those guys inside the comment section that maybe the way they look at football, it's it's kind of the dinosaur part of football they're looking at. Yes, and they should show some respect to the channel a little bit more. Because clearly we know what we're talking about. You get me? Unless the others don't know what they're talking about, alright? Unless the others don't know what they're talking about. Okay. Alright, let me see now. Antonio will soon lose his pace with age. Yeah, okay. 36, 30, 35, 36. I think he's still going to be okay with good enough pace to cause problem. I think so. Do you think Antonio will adapt when he loses his pace? He has to be more centrally, and he's stronger than everybody. I revives. So he has a big attribute at the start. Obviously he has to learn more other sides of his game. Unlocks other sides of his game to be as equally effective to stay playing at a longer time. But let's see. I'm not 100% sure. I'm curious if JFF has Antonio in their program moving forward. I try not to watch the likes on Instagram, but I noticed he removed his likes from a recent Instagram. But I don't think likes have nothing to do with it, bro. Charles Brahma. No. The one thing I know, he gets more likes than the JFF, to be honest. Sorry, I don't know. Oh, let me go on JFF likes program to see what likes JFF actually gets on programs. All right, JFF just posted something. 73 likes. JFF removed their likes for one of the videos, so clearly they removed their likes as well. So JFF removed their likes as well off their program. People just do that because they don't really care. Antonio, or let me put Antonio here, Michail Antonio. They don't. It's not everybody concerned so much about how much likes they do get on programs. Michail Antonio was actually getting some serious amount of likes on his posts before. See, the Michail Antonio just posted something 4 days ago, 4,000 odd, 6,000 odd, 7,000 odd, 13,000 odd, 3,000 odd, 10,000 odd. So Michail Antonio. Michail Antonio gets more views and more post views, likes, everything more than Reggae Boyz. So Michail Antonio have no problem with likes. You get me? Yes. So anyways, let me see. Antonio body build is similar to Drogba, so I'm sure he can do some similarities to what Drogba do at age 35. Boston, that's a good one to look at it. Football global, it's easier to work with players who love us. Tony has not done that yet, or do we need to, as a fan, need to beg him? Well, we need to do as much as we can, anything we can, and if he changes his mind to come here, no problem. Because we're out here saying that he doesn't want to play for Jamaica. Who contacted him? What official source contacted him? You understand me? So we have to be careful of how we jump to fight a man, saying that he's not doing certain things when we don't actually know the truth. Who contacted him? Are those personnel certified? That's what I've said before. It was Mr. What's his name again? Contacted him the last time. He's not a certified JFF personnel, so you don't know what he would say if a certified JFF personnel contacted him. You get me? So we should not. Let me see what up. Sometimes we are just so short and we're so confident at the same time. That's the biggest problem we do have in our society. So we believe that we're so good and we should not ask anybody two things. Our standard is so high, but we produce so little. You get me? In terms of football, I'm talking about. We produce so little. So why are we acting like we are above asking a man to play for Jamaica or try to influence him? Mexico doing it, United States doing it, England doing it. Because England have their own people that's English went to other places and they prefer to play for other places, and then England have to convince them to play for their own country. All right, so we need to sit back and realize that when it comes down to football, we are nowhere. We are nowhere. We are nowhere as educated in football. We are nowhere. We are nowhere as talented as none of the other countries in football. All right. So we need to realize our levels, and then once we realize our levels, our hype level that we normally have and our confidence level that we normally had will drop down to reality level. All right. And reality level is we don't really have certain footballers. So if we can get the footballers them now, we just face the fact, and then in the future we make it become a more of a global thing for we in the country, and then maybe in the future now we can bring out some gems. All right, some gems that will be world beaters, because we don't have any world beaters coming out of the country. We have to be honest to ourselves. We have players of potential to be world beaters. So we have to sell the program to the younger youths them more for them to ingrain themselves in the football a little bit more and know that this is the only way I have a chance to go forward, and let me get the right agent, do the right moves, try very hard to go forward. You understand me? So we need to realize our problem is our problem as a society is. Because even I had something, someone came in my chat today, and we're big man, so we can talk. Someone came in my chat today, never wanted to bring this up, The guy came in, JD, you can't tell me nothing about football, because I saw Unai Emery calling Liam Bailey world class. I was about to ask him where he saw that, because I wanted to listen to hear where Unai Emery coming from. So, anyways, I've gotten the video where Unai Emery said he's world class. But I go there and I never heard Unai Emery said nothing like that. So these are the things, because you see when our mentality. I've said it to Simon other day as well, because he asked me why we fought so much on my channel, and I'm saying because I'm fighting what Jamaica society is to what it should be, for we to reach more a better location than where we are today. Because I think it's because of our attitude towards certain things. Sometimes we have our help right in front of us. We have our help right in front of us, and we literally throw it away because of our egotistic behavior. And it applies right around in our society, because it's in our culture, It's something that we need to change, because it makes we can't identify things, because we start believing that we are just the best and nobody else is. So when I went there to listen to it, that guy just look at the title of Ryan at the time, because Ryan put out the video. When I listened to it, I never heard it. So that's what he put in the title. And then that kid come over here and curse me out and saying that he's not gonna listen to me. What I'm talking about with Liam Bailey. I never said Liam Bailey is not a good player. And I've never said he's not world class either. I just talked about the game. But because they are so desperate to just be top, and they only want to talk about we being on top, not we being a part of the conversation. You understand me? He got upset, because he cannot listen to the reality what took place in the game. He just want me to put in my title, say, Liam Bailey, the best thing ever existed on planet Earth, and Jamaica will win 17 World Cup back to back. That's what they want me to say. But if that's not what in the game, we never saw nothing like that. I actually watches the games. Oh, in the world, I will come and tell you that. Oh, other personals outside Jamaica and true Jamaicans that want to hear the right thing, will believe me. I think people support me by via respect. They support me by via respect. You understand me? So I cannot broke those truths for a little, some little kids on the internet that want me to sell narrative for views. I don't do that because I have been the most relevant channel since I've turned on my stream. I was the one that built the video that make everybody start glorify overseas players. You get me? And give them hope. And I continued after that. So, if you see the video on Ryan's channel or whosoever channel, and they put their title in it because they want their views, I have no problem about that. But I am not after that, and I have nothing against Ryan. I respect Ryan. Ryan is from jungle like myself. You understand me? So I want him to have his best. But my job is my job. When I come here, I have to talk on what happened in the game because I know you have two eyes. So you saw for yourself what happened in the game. So I can't come here and tell you any lies. You get me? Yes. So I'm just trying to show you how our society just getting bad to worse. Because that's what people want. So some people just give it to you because they can't bother to even take the backlash. But I am trying to bring a difference. I'm trying to change a society. Obviously, I can't do it by myself. But I still have to try because at least we can change one or two or three, and then they start spinning the words. When I came here first, guys, people never liked me none at all. They said I was mad and all sort of things. You know what changes? When they start seeing everything that I've said about football, it's happening on the pitch. Because before they thought that everyone and other vloggers them are even close to educated on football like myself. Until the reality start happen, when it start happen on the pitch, they said, oh, okay, this guy know what he's talking about. Yeah, they never believe me because it never come off like I support Jamaica. It come off like I'm hating Jamaica, but no. I came here talking football and I have to put things in context. Obviously, I love Jamaica. I want Jamaica to win just the same. But I can't come out and tell that Jamaica will beat Argentina. You understand me? I would be mad. You get me? I have to tell the people the truth so we can have a more level-headed society because we don't. We don't for the last 20, 30 years. And that's why we have this dunce badness thing going around and man I talk about them. You embrace that you're back at the class and all sorts of madness. You understand me? That wouldn't fly in no Jamaican society. And I'm not going to let it fly here either. You understand me? We go out, work hard, and come and give the information. So for me, I will always be watching the game, taking down my notes, and taking down my talking points, and come here and talk to you guys. Alright? Yeah, man. And I have no problem with whatever you support. I am okay with that. But don't come here and tell me that I'm talking foolishness. Because clearly, the person that came here and said the guy was world class never even watched the video. Because he would have clearly saw inside the title people saying that, no, but the coach never said that. You get me? But they just jump with the title and come to fight me. You get me? Yes. England couldn't even convince Musiala, one of the best youngsters in his position in the world. Thank you very much, Boss Thomas. So these are the things that I'm trying to tell Jamaican people that they need to just give up with this overhyping ourselves. We are normal human being like everybody else. It's hard work that separates us from the rest. Usain Bolt, it's hard work separating from the rest. Shelley and Fraser, hard work separating from the rest. You're not going to come out of your house and be better than nobody in the world. You have to work hard, all right? You're not going to be better than nobody in the world. So sorry if I burst your bubble there. You're not going to be better than nobody in the world if you just come out of your house. You have to because you're a Jamaican. That no work. You have to get up and work your ass off in order to be as good as anybody in any field. It don't work. Lie, people, I tell you. You're not the brightest, you're not the smartest. You have to get up and work hard and study hard in order to be the brightest and the smartest. Alright? Yes, man. Or even sometimes you're not the brightest and the smartest, but because you work so hard, you gain even more than what the brightest and the smartest could have ever gained because they don't have the same drive as you. All right, always remember that, man. Jobless, big up yourself. Thanks for being here. Up and running said we are somewhere, JD, 13 in Concacaf, which is the fourth ranked federation in FIFA. Let that sink in. Yes, yes, these are all the factual things. But people don't find these things out because that will educate the fans. And it will make you have to work harder to convince them to come and watch a video if they know the truth about what Jamaica has at this point, you know. But if they know the truth, they will come back. Example from me, because I've always told them the truth. Two-time I heard Flaggers says the coach says he's world class, and when I listen, the coach never said so. Thank you, Leslie. But people come here already start to beat me, and I'm saying, when I went there now to investigate what the coach says, I went right around the entire Aston Villa camp for that day. The coach has said nothing like that. You understand me? But it is a sad, man. It is sad with some of these people, man. They are so desperately want to be great. We have to look outside of Jamaica because local coaches are not producing enough quality. Not even say local coaches not producing enough quality. I think Jamaica is producing the quality that we can produce with what we have. It's just not the worldwide standard. That's the problem. The worldwide standard is a little bit higher. That's the problem. You understand me? And that's a reality. That's why we did that video last night. And I thought that video was a good video because it explained sometimes how you can falsify your footballing docket. Because if you play for a national team, the national team, people start saying, Michail Antonio playing for the national team, Liam Bill playing for the national team, Ethan Pinnock. You get 2 national cap with them, people would assume that you're good and then buy you for big clubs. And they can't do nothing. Obviously, sometimes it's wrongful from those individuals because they should be scouting for the players. Yes, they should be scouting for the players. But sometimes the Jamaican players come in so cheap, if not free, you know, they just take a gamble on them. You get me? Because some of them go for free. Free, literally no cash. You know, they go for free. You get me? So the money is so minuscule. You go there and they just take it, you know? And then help you out to see if you're one of those diamonds in the rough. You get me? It don't work out. So we have to just know our limit or level and get the players them to the right level and let them keep on learning. I love, surprisingly, I can't believe I'm saying this, but Mr. Speed and those mans make the youths them going to the MLS and the lower the USL and the lower tier in Europe. That's okay for me. That's okay for me. Do your best in those teams like Kaheem Paris and Shamar Nicholson. Improve. All right, improve along the way, and then you will get the proper club that wants to help you, not just for money, as what Eddie Guna would come here and say yesterday. Money. Don't if you're going in football for money, guys, you better just leave it alone because you're not gonna reach nowhere. All right, you're not gonna reach nowhere. Let me tell you that from now. If you're going in football for money, just leave it alone. All right. As Jamaicans, we need to learn to say we are sorry. Yes. JD Butler said a local coach ride bicycle, go training. Said the level of coaching in Jamaica is poor to coach his players. Laugh out loud. Okay. Balakik says, man from jungle, yes. Jeremian said, yes, but sometimes you can be a little harsh. But truthfully, we need a lot of help. But Jeremian, I can be a little bit harsh. Jeremian, if you come to Europe and you go to Jamaica, you're gonna see the reason why I talk like this. Because nobody don't have time to waste. Jeremian. They just get to the point straight. And it's not harsh, I'm harsh, you know. It's just because I didn't spend 15 minutes to tell you, say, you know, good enough for the level. You understand me? And I just tell you in 5 minutes. That's just the difference. You have straightforward persons that don't want to spend too long on it. So I just tell you it straightforward, and that's just pretty much it, you know. But I understand if you think I am being harsh, you always said it, so it's okay if you perceive it that way. But I can tell you, if you come in Europe, you go and look a job. If you're not good, they're gonna say, all right, then this is not good for me, you know. So you can't get the job. But if you go back and do X, Y, Z, you come back to us and you get the job. because that's exactly what reached me the last time. I couldn't tell him anything else. I had to just go and do the job and then return. You get me? Yes. Say Bowen, big up yourself. Big up JD on the truth and reality show. JD, keep it real all the times. You don't try to get views by hyping up mediocre players. I'm not here to even put the players them down or nothing. I'm just trying to reason with you. But sometimes the fans them in the chat, it's like they suck up anything, even if it's not true, to just believe, to come fight. They just want to have something to come fight so bad. JD, look at the last under 15. We struggled against our Caribbean counterparts. The best team in the under 15 is actually 80. They won it. I've covered them winning the Caribbean Cup, and they looked really good. I'm looking forward to see some of those guys in the under 17s. I'm so waiting on the under 17s to see what we truly can do in it, and I want to see how some of those under 15s for 80 transition, so we can know what 80 doing. You know. What 80 doing with their footballers to make them jumping from stride to stride to stride to stride. You get me? And that's why we watch so much football. That's why we watch so much football, guys, so we can always give you the overall comparison. Remember the last time when I said I got up on ear, man, I said Dujan Richards are the best thing in the Concacaf and in the Caribbean. And I'm saying, but that person never watch nothing more than CVM TV. Because if you watch any other channel and football related to the CONCACAF, you would have realized how much Americans and 10 and 15 million, and it's not because true they are Americans. If you watch those players play, you couldn't put them in the Manning Cup and then they will embarrass everybody. If you put them in a Manning Cup, they embarrass everybody. If you put all of these guys that we talk about, the Jedi them and all those guys, they score 65,000 goals and create 65 million assists. Because football levels are just football levels. So we have to just educate ourselves before we go outside on the internet and look fool. You get me? Because that's one of the things that we naturally do on the internet. Just say a bag of thing for saying a bag of thing's sake, you know? Boss Thomas, it can't, if JD is harsh, they can't manage Europe because they use his big words to criticize the players. Go and listen to how the commentator talk about even the best players in the world. Yes. So, Boss Thomas, you remember the time when the time when when we came back and we talked about Leon Bailey. The man them come and beat me up, and I said, people go and listen to what the commentator said about Leon Bailey in that line, and people heard it the time. And I'm telling you, if Jamaicans could have catch that commentator, they beat the hell out of him, you know, because it's just reality. The people have their opinions, and they are not out here to favorite. They are not looking favorite. They're not looking at favorites out of nobody. You understand me? They're just trying to talk the football, and that's why they got the job in the first place. Because they're not gonna be anybody's favorites. People dissing Messi, people dissing Ronaldo, and they are the two best footballers on planet Earth. So why you think you're a footballer from Jamaica, little Jamaica, are gonna get any other advantage? No, because they are the ones that actually selling the most. So anyone that should have get any little leeway should have been Messi and Ronaldo. No. They ain't in that, man. Just let we get to reality, man. They ain't in that, man. You get me? JD, we want Jamaica to do well so bad that we will embrace any hype conversation. No. That's where I'm going to call you out, Warren. No, you facilitate people like those just because you see them as Jamaican and you want to help them. Because you just want to help them because we can tend to try help our people because they're just Jamaicans. Remember, I've always said in this category, you know, people just get sympathetic views because they are just Jamaicans and come off like Jamaicans, period. I've said that over and over, and I'm calling you out, Warren. Yes, that's what you do. And sometimes we can make some egotistic maniacs via that. Because if you're giving people, remember, with great power, you know, comes great responsibility, you know. You get me? So you can't just say, oh, because you want Jamaica to do good. If everybody say that, you're gonna give maniacs powers. And then maybe that alone will bring us down. Just like how we'll give the wrong coaches powers because you're going to say, oh, Tapper Whitmore should coach a team because we don't have anything more. We don't have any money. So let me just get behind him and support him. And then he becomes so hype, he might start saying Michail Antonio ain't nowhere near one of the Manning Cup ballers them. because that's how we create maniacs. People should be educated towards what they're doing, or else we don't give them the job. Period. You get me? You don't get the job if you're not educated enough. Period. We should stop with this corner shop mentality. I call out Warren, and Warren, I'm a good father, but me have a call him out. Yes, man, we will stop with this corner shop mentality of just giving people support because they're Jamaicans. No, man, you have to be something. Let me give you support because you work my support. What about that? If you guys never heard me talk a certain way and actually talk the truth, you wouldn't come back here because you would say I'm a face the ass and when you're not gonna support me. You know, it's just because when you expect me to come and tell the truth. So when you support me, that's all because I'm doing the job. So why I should do the job and others do nothing and get the support? No, standards should always be in place. That's why I love that the coach is coming. And JD, next World Cup, USA will not be using any MLS players, and we playing USL. Wow, I know Tyrell, I know, but it's a conversation. It's a conversation, Tyrell. I was trying to show the people, and I'm glad that you put that in the chat to show people in Jamaica that USA trying to remove USL players, US MLS players. And we are trying to not use standards. And look at that now, guys. Remember, if you roll back the clock, guys, the last Gold Cup, USA used MLS players to win the Gold Cup. I'm going to put in USA and show you. They use MLS players to win the Gold Cup. So if they can use MLS players to win the Gold Cup, and they are saying that they are moving away from the MLS players, what level are we? Let me answer you guys. If you think we shouldn't use our players, what level are we then if they use the MLS team and win the Gold Cup? I'm going to the Gold Cup now just to show you. All right. I'm going to the Gold Cup just to show you, all right? As you can see, and they beat Jamaica in that as well. So let me go to the Gold Cup roster just to show you. MLS players they've used and won the Gold Cup, all right? As you can see, Matt Turner, he's in Arsenal, and this was one of the performances that led him to that contract, all right? Both from the MLS side and also the national side. James Sands, Miles Robinson, George Bello, young George Bello, Reggie Cannon, Williamson, Acosta, Leggett, Matu Appi, Appi did get contract, Zardes, and Ariola as well. That's the starting 11 there. And then if you look at the bench, Sean Johnson, Donovan Pines, Kessler, Shaq Moore, which you saw came on a few times in the World Cup, Sam Vines, Christian Roldan, Gianluca Busio. Obviously, he had some raving around his name. Jonathan Lewis and Nicholas Selson. And then Daryl DK. Daryl DK at the time got a contract towards Barnsley. I covered Daryl DK extensively in his Barnsley's quest. It was a massive success. So he did his job just the same. But this is the squad that they used at that time. And they're telling people that they need to move away from these personnels. So what that says to you guys, you get me? What that says to you guys, you get me? These are the things that we need to start pushing out, the reality, what other teams doing. So that's why I love the fact when Mr. Speed came on and he said that we have to move away from certain things because we are going up against people that's using professional from 17 years old. And then we are using schoolboys. It's not disrespect, he's disrespecting schoolboys. He's trying to raise their standards. So maybe if they turn the JPL in a professional, that simply means you would automatically become a professional and you will be eligible. You know, but you have to just make a decision a little bit faster if you're going to go to college from 17 years old, or you're going to join the JPL. You have to do something, you know? Yes. Then we have our brother, Sac Passe, Jason. Big up yourself. Thanks for being here. Guys, smash the damn like button. Get us up to 150 if you're going to spend the 2 hours here. 150 at least. Yes. Tyrell, big up. Thanks for that. JD, it's just the reality in our delusional minds. Okay, well, me have to just call you just the same. We are friends, and if I can't tell you the truth, we are not friends because you know ramp for bun me out, and I respect it when you bun me out. Don't. Who got the deal for Jimenez? Malachi has the potential to go far, and hopefully he will leave the island soon. The Jimenez deal, I have to wait on that. I am not going to say that's a good deal until I see how that materializes in 1 year's time. All right, yes, because I'm doing some little background work, and they do improve, they do progress youths. That is 100% true. But you do have youths, if they don't progress, they go back in that under 23s. So unless you are going to say that 2 years of development in um 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 uh, if he has spent 2 seasons in the development part, unless you say that would be okay enough for you. For me, I wouldn't say 2 seasons in the under 23s. It would be good for me. I think he needs to be playing football. That's what I would say. Because other people his age kind of going a little bit faster, in my opinion. Personally, I don't think there is anything wrong with helping another person. However, help is different from supporting all of all. So the person need to want help and is trying to improve. 100% Brian Burke. 100% Brian Burke. Wanna stop mislead the people them. Wanna tell the people them we're gone. So them know. That JD I try tell. Yes, yes, man. Yes, man. That's all I'm saying, man. That's all I'm saying. I respect and love everybody, but I'm just a person that don't have time for BS. Because I work so hard to bring the information to you every single time and make it entertaining for you guys to support what I'm doing. And then people will come here and try to disrespect me and things that are not true. Jamaican Guna, big up yourself, man. Massive respect. Mark Alan, Happy New Year. Hope all is well with you. And the bag of girls that we see you with. Yes. JD, this is why Imaxit, we Maxit is the football school. We come to get a checkup from the next. No, but we're not gonna let it go away, Father Warren. You can't do them something. USMNT use MLS to win Gold Cup. God damn, what level are you? But that's and they're saying they want to move away from MLS players. So we have to know what we want to do in the future. So when Mr. Speed come here and talk of certain things, you cannot burn him out because what he's saying is factual. Unless you, in your delusional states, to think that you can compete with people that's playing professional when you're just coming out of a yard and say I have talent. Jamaica have 3 million people max. United States have 330 million people max minimum right now because they are breeding faster. Yes, so they soon have 400 million people. So what type of talent you think you can develop in Jamaica that United States can develop 60 million more? 60 million more. All right, we said we are the sprint factory. Check all the years, and I'm not a historian in running track and field. I know a lot. I've watched a lot of track and field over the years. Come and tell me that Jamaica have more sprinters than America. No. So even if we have the greatest sprinter ever, they had way more sprinters than we, just the same, because they have way more millions of people. So when Mr. Speed come and tell you that we cannot compete if we are just taking man out of their houses to compete with professional, that's what he's talking about. Even we have the greatest sprinter, ladies and men. When you look at the listing, you're not going to see only Jamaicans. You're going to see a billion USA personnel on it. All right? Because they took it serious and they educated their people. So, and they do have talent just the same. You get me? Because they had world records before. We got the world records as well. And right now, they look like they have people want to come back to break our world records as well. Again. So that only goes to show when we can pick out 1 out of 1,000,000 years, they are picking out 50 out of every 15 years. You get me? That's it. So we have to just face reality, guys. We have to just face reality. All right. Jamaica Guna, bless up. It's better than him staying in Jamaica, JD. Yes. But I never said he should stay in Jamaica. I said I think he should. I think he should. I think he should have. He should make sure he has something in his class. You get me? Because I still be this. Look, I'm gonna show you why I just have to burn out my father Warren. Every single time, you know what people says about the USL? Let me put in Panama here. Let me put in Panama here and the other countries them. They have all USL players playing on their team. and then they moved up and progressed. It's the ambition that we lacked. That's why we think that when we go into the USL, we drop straight off. That is not necessarily true. Because I saw people left from the USL moved up to the MLS and keep on progressing themselves. So what we are doing is we're trying to find excuse for our own behavior, our own failures. That's what we're trying to find excuse for. We can go to the USL. Let me see what Pearson does. If Pearson get a move to the MLS, what are we going to say? We have to say congratulations to the youth. You know why? Because he has ambition. He set his sights up. He signed 1 year, and based on his play, they gave him a further year to see if he can do something. And if he does something and go forward and make the MLS, that's one of the route that we're talking about. He's playing games, and then obviously, if he could reach the MLS, I'm just saying, I'm just using a hypothetical situation. If he could reach the MLS, then you're going to say that but Zimin is still in the academy for the next year. I don't think if he reaches the MLS, Zimenez will be further in his development if he gets 2 years of just being in under 23s. I think Pearson would reach ahead of him by that time if he's progressing to that stage. Just to show you, you get me? So sometimes playing football is important as well, man. So that's why I would say go further to the Far East countries. They still have educated coaches. Obviously, the level is a little bit lower, but at least people can see a play and buy you for the right location, so you can keep on stepping up, so you can be the Shamars and the Kaim Parises. You know, that's what I would say still. Going into these bigger 13 leagues immediately, I think it's a recipe for disaster. It's a recipe for disaster. If you're succeeding and even get a game, I would still give you credit. My standards are very much low, you know. I would still give you credit if you get a game. You get me? If you get a game, I would still give you credit. You get me? But if you have a successful career, I will have to laud you. That's why I respect Shamar to the highest level. Because he went to the lowest level, get his job done, then got a call up, move to Belgium, get his job done, and then kind of go to Russia. It's kind of not going the best way, but he's still doing a job that other people like Galatasaray and places can look at him. You understand me? So he keep on moving up himself. And we can say the same thing about Kaim Paris, to be honest. Alright? Let me see what people saying here. Critical thinking, always getting further. 100% Kush. Warren Webster said, JD, some of the top sprinters that rep US, Canada, UK have Jamaican pedigree. You want to say Jamaican heritage. But having Jamaican heritage does not mean you are Jamaicans. Just like how we use the same thing in the English part. So why is it only when they did good we can try and claim them? You see it? It's our ego getting the better of us. Either we are all Jamaicans every time. Yes, either we are all Jamaicans every time, or we are no Jamaicans no time when we don't born in the country. All right. The track and field is in good hands in JA because we have world-class track coaches, unlike football. But I'm just trying to show you Omar Fowling. Even at our toppest levels, we can still find situations that we claim to say we are the best at, and it's not really true. You understand me? That's what I'm saying. But I get what you're saying as well. Facts, JD. That's why I said USL is not a bad league. It's a springboard. Yes, it's a springboard that more people look at you. Boss Thomas said, so JD, why you drop word on me saying I don't have any ambition retiring early from playing football in Europe? Or because you and your cronies fight me from getting a national call-up? Boss Thomas, I don't know who you are. Then you have to call me Boss Thomas and explain to me, because I don't know how I fought against you. You get me? Which levels you play in? Which levels you played in? Let me know. Let me know which levels you played in. All right. USL is a development league. No problem with really, but Owen. People have problems because that's what some of them come to. Oh yeah, Belgium. 13th in Europe. Yeah, okay, no problem. It is. But you can be there, but are you going to get game? You understand me? When are you going to get game? You get me? Yes. Come on, smash the like button. Okay, okay, they ain't smashing like button. We ain't at 150. We're still at 4. Let me 1 second. Let me take my time and check the video to see if we are at 4 likes. Because if we are ever at 4 likes again, I am telling you, I'm burning you guys out. All right. All right. Let me. All right, let me see. We're at 75 likes. Come on, stop fighting man's channel. All right, all right. Let me continue. Shamar is a work arse. That youth work really hard. Yes, man. I always show respect to Shamar. DNA, big up yourself, man. Massive respect. USL have a SB players for go. Age 18 to 22. I don't really think that, I think you can be better and go to USL just the same, but you have to spend a little bit, not so long, if you want to improve. Yes, it's comic. It's a comical comment. Okay. No, man, I've never fought against anybody playing in Europe, man. No, man, no, no, no. Even other day I said, CFAS them doing a good job, by going to lower league and trying to work their way up. I've literally said it the last time. So no, man, I don't go around fighting against nobody, man. You get me? Nobody at all. It's just we just need to move on from certain things. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna open the call in. I will take a few calls because if you want me to stay here, as we said, 150 is the task. So let me see if we pass our hour already. Damn, that hour fly fast, man. Why 27-year-old national player do in a USL? Oh no, man, the 27-year-old now, unless that is your top level, you should be there. But if you're 21, 22, I could still find an excuse for you to be there, and you have to get up by 24. So you can at least reach a championship level if you're gonna go to the MLS and then maybe springboard to the championship in England. People need to understand there is levels to ball leagues like USL, CPL are used to develop and feed the youth programs. Can't go to USL at 22. Going there at 22, kind of tough, yeah. But earlier, I would understand though. Jamaica JPL means Jamaica players low. No, no, no. Stop. You always come here fighting against JPL. No, man, you don't need to do that, man. The youth them doing their thing. We just need to stamp the reality. And even Brian Burke came here. And Brian Burke spoke respectful. I understand him. And the JPL, and I have more respect for the JPL and what they're trying to do. You understand me? So when I'm here telling you that certain levels is not that, Mr. Speed came here and said the same thing. Mr. Speed is actually in charge to make the difference. So what I'm saying is not what Mr. Speed never is not like Mr. Speed never repeated. But I'm just telling you that I agreed with Mr. Speed take. The difference between track and field and football is that track have a world-class coach producing world-class athletes, while football coaches don't even want to further their education. It's improving now inside the country. It's definitely improving inside the country, 1000%. No, but what I would say overall is you still have the occasional man that we lauded in our culture. We always have a person like this in our culture, and that's why I think, cause Dun's badness. I think it's a broader feel. People can seem like they're educated. But because they don't want to certify themselves, they can still come. That little stagnant behavior or that tough-head attitude and want to do things their way can still come off as that dunce badness person. You understand me? It can still come off that way as well. You understand me? And we always have a person in our culture like this that thinks that they alone know everything. They don't want to educate themselves and they want to bully the system. You understand me? We always have a person like that in our culture in every single department. You understand me? And that's what I have a problem with. You get me? I fully support Mr. Speed and others saying that you're only hire educated coaches. If they don't have a license and take away even their If they don't have a license or don't have any interest getting it, take away even their academies. Just take away anything. Put some standard, man. Because look, the problem is, I'm going to show you, because a lot of people would not agree with that statement that I've just said. I have listened to some kids. Listened to some kids, and they are mirror images of some of the disgusting people in football in Jamaica. All right, and those kids are not going to reach nowhere, or their places are going to be limited via their attitude. By the time that they remembered or realized that they have been taught wrong, they have already been 25 and 26. So some of these guys, they in the license, what you do, it teach you how to manage kids, to improve them social wise as well. You get me? And that's why some of these guys turning the kids them into maniacs. Because obviously they are only applying the Jamaican society to them. You get me? And not really knowing how to deal with the kids them properly. And posing all sorts of problems. So when Mr. Speed and those guys come and said, everybody if you have a license, I would have even gone worse. Everybody should have at least a B license before you get a job. That's what I would put it to. Everybody should have a B license, but in a Concacaf at least before you get a job, or before you can own a academy. That's what I would have done, because we're paying the youths them more attention now, and we can clearly see the bad influence them and the kids them. We can clearly see the bad influence, the people them where act a certain way, how them damage the youths them from very early. You get me? Yeah, man. No, it's not a me dropping words. It's more than one coach is missing doing it. And when I listen to the kids them and they're talking, you can realize that, damn, these guys are damaging the people and pitting you. And enough of them, these parents take more time in the kids them life. Go at them training, listen to what they are listening to. Because even the other day I heard a big bad word in on the field. Big bad word on the field, which is like it's a schoolboy league. And I'm saying this is embarrassing, So we need to make sure these mans are educated before they take on anybody, Pitney. Anybody. And make sure I can show you prove that you're educated, required to own anyone anything, man. We should stop this kind of mentality where anybody can do anything in Jamaica without no qualification. It needs to stop. Football, JFF, if we don't want to put in every rule, I will definitely walk around and champion it and make everybody follow it. None of them not for nothing if them can't educate themselves. Because education bring the difference, man. It bring communication and actually bring realization of what you're actually doing. You get me? Because clearly some of them, man, are clueless to what they're doing to people, Pitney. You get me? Can't stand them, man. Sorry about that, guys. Sorry about that. JD, you're dropping words on someone. No, I'm burning out things. You get me? Yes, man. I'm done with them, man. I'm not gonna be here every day fighting with some man over foolishness. Quality is quality, man. You have to have standards. You get me? Everywhere else in the world. Everywhere else in the world. And a corner shop mentality or nothing. You have to be educated and you have to be qualified. Agreed. Martin says, what we need is League One type league. Africans can tell you how much helped Canada's program. Or it helped Canada's program. Okay, thanks for that. That needed to fix. Real talk. DNA says only in Jamaica this happened. Yeah, man. But JFF said they are trying to implement it, but you see a lot of people trying to push back because some of their best people don't want to do any license and they don't want to educate themselves. But they are not understanding how much it's. They think most of these guys are helping the youth them. But when you listen to the youth them, you're saying, "Good damn, man." Oh my God, man. And what you know. You're saying, damn, this is going to be a rough one for a majority of these people, You get me? It's going to be a rough one, you get me? And that's why they can come and tell you some delusional things. And you believe it. Because they're just manipulators of the society. They are not educated people towards nothing what they're talking about. You get me? If people was actually licensed and certain things, they would have come and tell them more sensible things because they would want their careers to be on the line. But these guys, they know who they are dealing with. They know who their fan bases is. Only in Jamaica this can happen. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Ronnie, big up yourself. Whitmore did not have proper coaching license and coached the Jamaica national senior team, and this set a bad standard. Yes, I understand. That's why we have to talk about it and stand up and said nobody, when you have the qualification, should not even own a academy. You have to have everything to own academy, straight up to the national team. Yes, man. If you don't own anything, I'm very sorry. Just go and learn to own something. All right, you cannot coach no team. You get me? That's what they need to implement next in every levels in football, even at the tiny 10-year-old level. And we say the academy, so academy start from 6, 7 years old. So from the academy level, it should be educated people doing it. That's what they need to implement next and make sure they stand up on that rule. Anytime I hear from Mr. Speed or one of them, I'm gonna ask them how far they are from doing something like that, because I would love that to happen, you know. And I think you will see. You think you're claiming that you're seeing talent now? Let's do that from 6 years old and see how much better talent we have in Jamaica coming up for the next 10 years. Just do that. Just make qualified people do the job and see how much qualified and the proper mannered players we saw coming through. Look at the academy players them that is certified people them run in Jamaica. Look at how different they operate. Look how different they operate. Go and look for yourself. Because I'm looking at a whole heap of thing and I'm saying, okay, because people telling me that Jamaica have all of the talent and everything can go good. So I have to be tracking the things and reasoning with the people them. And I'm telling you guys, I am telling you, we need to implement that fast, man. I think that's something that Mr. Speed need to implement very fast. Make sure we're all educated people on certain things. You get me? Yeah. So JD, do you think JFF can change the mindset of these coach, and how they conduct them? I think they're doing it already, because you saw a lot of coaches doing good things in the country. And you have a lot of good academies in the country that's doing good jobs. Obviously, they are not the most highlighted ones. You understand me? They are not the most highlighted ones, but they are going overseas doing good jobs as well. J has a talent identifying system, but no coach and referee identifying system. This need to change. Most coaches can't find themselves. Okay, track and field have been showing them for years. Okay, so track and field only allow people that is qualified to coach, right? Boss Thomas, I don't know about that, but if that's the case, that is a good example, and it shows that it will work. You know, I know the JFF them give out coaching courses. Yes, JD, it seems that you have no, no, man. I've said things here, and I heard them talking about it. So maybe they took it from the show and just said that okay, it's a good idea. They run it by themselves, and they try to put it in action. Yes, man. That's the two things I would say. Make sure everybody is certified, and make sure every Premier League team mandated to own an academy. So that simply means you don't take the Premier League team if you don't have the money to structure the kids them coming up from early. So it's not a beneficial thing for you if you sell a footballer for 100 million pound, then you get rich out of the business. No, you have to give back to something to Jamaica. Just like when you want to sign the coach for Jamaica, you want him to leave back something in Jamaica. The Premier League teams need to leave back something in Jamaica for themselves, for Jamaica as well, which is develop the kids them from early. So you have to put some money aside for youth development as well in the country. The leader said it was almost something that would be done, but he said that the coronavirus stopped it. The coronavirus stopped it, so that's something that they need to work on. You know? Yeah, man, we have to get some standard. I think the JFF need to use this year to implement standard. I heard the personnel came in and talk, but I don't need him to come here and talk, because he talks on every program already. 1,800 programs. I've heard everything, and I thought that everyone in the Jamaican category heard what he has to say. So there is nothing new that I'm going to say to you. And that's the thing with me, guys. If I see 60 people do the interview with a person, I'm not going to try and get the person. None at all. You get me? Unless the person want to come here. No, no. You get me? Because what can I say to a man when he's on 15 shows doing 62 hours? That makes no logical sense, you know? Yep. So yeah, man. So guys, we have done 120. I think we should chop it off here, 120, it's a long time we went, we started with Mikel Antonio and then Roof. So we have Roof and Jamal Lowe. Let we talk about that, yeah? Alright? So let me make sure we put everything in the title. So Jamal Lowe. Jamal Lowe. Alright, so Jamal Lowe as what's his name again? Eddie Guna. Egotistic Eddie Guna. We have a burn him out as well. Egotistic Eddie Guna. Come and said, why am I not talking about the overseas guys them? Alright, so Jamal Lowe. He saw that it was tough for him for Bournemouth. Alright? Him and his agent, because they all have agents. They worked up a move and he left Bournemouth on loan, that is, on loan. He played his first match right here. So I'm gonna just bring in the stats just to show you. Alright, just to show you what he's doing, the first game, and then we can look at the other games them to come. Alright, want to make sure we look at the other games them to come as well, so we can show you. Alright, and he came on in this game, it was not the full game, and he got an assist in it. Alright, so Eddie Guna, what I'm going to say, um, what I'm gonna say with Eddie Guna now. Alright, so like how Jamal Lowe realized that two coaches came in and never gave him the opportunity, and he made something for himself. So it would it not be the same agents you have to blame for the Jamaican local guys them situation? Because why I'm gonna talk about Roof right after as well, but I'm just trying to get the stats up for Jamal Lowe. So the fact that he could have recognized that, listen to me, I'm getting a few games here and there, but it's not anything helpful in my career, and I have limited time left in my career. I'm 28, I'm going on 29. It's a little bit slow, it's coming down to the 30 period. So why am I staying here and move? What's his name again? Um, I always forgot. Frenchman, Flemings. So Flemings is just a couple of years older than him. So what's stopping him from doing the same? You see it now? All right, that's standards. Big up yourself, Ruchin. How you doing? Mad Vibe said, yes, Roof had a goal the other day. Leroy Bailey, how you doing, man? JD, you are perfectly right, but on the other hand, everyone will not be educated book-wise, but they can motivate you to be a better footballer. That better footballer. I understand. But remember, Leroy, everyone, that is true. Everyone might not be educated book-wise, but you don't you don't have to be educated that much. You have to be determined, because if you go through the test is, Leroy, it's not about education. It's more about determination, and study. In order to actually, obviously, if you're educated and you have a high IQ, you will learn it faster. That is true. And you can maybe implement things to improve yourself at a faster level on the pitch with the practicals and stuff. But I'm telling you, Eddie, Leroy Bailey, when you go through it, anybody can get the license. The license is just maybe laziness causing it, and people don't want to take the time out to do it. Leroy, because I checked it for my own self, so I know about how it goes. All right, so it's not necessarily about the education part. You get me? Because you can just go there with a good attitude and you get it just the same. So just as how you want to motivate the footballer them, motivate yourself to want to go to the licensing school. Leroy, that's what I would tell the people them that says that they can motivate the youths them. Motivate yourself to go to the school, because that's all it takes to get the license, in my estimation. All right, based on what I know, because I went there myself, as well. Yes. So Leroy, look at that. Look how I put it there. You get me? So it still comes back towards people don't want to educate themselves, because I know it for myself what's required, and I think that anybody can get the license. You have to just be determined and just study hard. You get me? And remember it well, put it back on the paper, and then when you go to the practicals, you put it down, Yes. Just as though you can be the motivator, you can motivate yourself on the paper and also on the field. If you can't motivate yourself, it's very hard for you to be the motivator. To be honest, whenever Roof plays, he should only play as a nine, not as a midfielder, as we have done before. Okay. Tennessee, big up yourself. Thanks for being here. Massive, massive respect. All right. Jamal Lowe alone is a good move. To gain more game, but that's what I'm saying. So why is it where a man can come and say, oh, you getting money? The one, Eddie Guna. Do you getting money? Like no one talked about money. How much money you think Jamal Lowe them have? Jamal Lowe them okay for life. You get me? Yes. Massive respect, man. Leroy Bailey, man. Massive respect, yeah. But I'm just trying to show you how we can spin things, And today the conversation is Leroy. We can't give them people too much ways to live free, because we as a society, I think that's what took down our society a notch. Because we are saying, oh, I'm a Jamaican brother, man, me support him, man. When really and truly the man himself no want to support himself, because when you tell him about education, he might try to tell you, say, yo, oh, me done, man. No, do nothing more, I can't do nothing more, You understand me? So it's hard for me to help people like that. You get me? Because if you want to put yourself down, I think you now know where I go. I mean, I help myself bring myself down, because I waste my time with you. You understand me? Even the dunces, claim say dunces, man can learn, because everybody bright in some field. Just find a field and just try put out your motivation skills on it and work hard. You know? Yeah, that's the whole thing, man. Bosses. Um, Ball kick. You can't just get the UFL license online like that. Practical and those things have to come in place. So, oh, you're gonna do that. You have to, well, you're gonna find a school and then video all of your sessions them and send it back. Oh, you would do that. I have to research to see if it can be done online fully. Because because then they have to know that you're not cheating. Ball kick. Roof get re-injured after coming back from injury. No man, if YouTube doesn't give you any notification, we are perfectly fine with that, man. As we say, 150 likes. Let me see how the likes them look on the video, because I'm gonna war with them. Imagine if no notification came out to you, and we're still out here having the people them here. We don't reach 100 likes, so I guess all of the fight against them, I fight against the video today. All right, they don't want reality. All right, then tell you what, don't come here. Then if you don't want the truth, then you don't come. All right, the truth is the truth. All right, yeah, man. Tap come and go any other places where you can get your fantasy. All right, yeah, man. All right, so let me see now. I think I'm done here, because we have oh, the roof, no, the roof. Iceland improved their coaching, so maybe Al Grimson can. Yeah, man, Ronnie, Al Grimson coming to do what his job, man. Al Grimson coming to do his job, man. 1000%. I think that's a good move from Al Grimson. I think it's a good move. I just don't want him to believe that he can convert some of these people, and don't let none of them brainwash him to switch his mentality. Don't let none of them brainwash him. Let me see. Kemar Roofe. None of them brainwash him. I never get to watch this game. Kemar Roofe. Um, the truth will always be the truth, JD. Tell it. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Man of God. Oh, you doing, man? Long time no see. You're out here. I'm going to church. I assume. Come on, people. No, man. No, man. No, man. If them don't like it, man, them don't like it. I'm telling you, after I'm not gonna change. They can't beat. They can't submit me. The one thing about me, I'm not gonna change nothing for views. So remember, I'm here for 2 years and I'm the same individual. Nothing changes. So you can't beat me. So you're gonna tired to see my face, because I'm here for the entire 2 year, and I've remained the top analyst in the category just the same. So you can't fight me out. It nah go work. Kevin Facey, big of yourself. Thanks for being here. Massive respect. All right. JD, just remember, I know many wonderful cooks, but can't get an executive chef certification. But this is no excuse for excellent. You see, Warren, you need to call in, make my body up, because let me turn it on and call and hear for no one Warren, because him here him love the little the ways how to spin the narrative, the one Warren. Yeah, we have to burn him out, the one Warren, guys. We have to burn out Warren, But a much excellent cook. If you can cook and you day yard, cook, you just stay yard and cook, man. What you want a job for if you can't go get the license. If you can't get the license, your problem, that man. Why we for always have to give people handout? Why them can't just go do them own thing? I'm here, Warren, man. You see you. Guys, we have a burn out Warren, You hear him? You hear the one, Warren? Roofe is an injury-prone footballer. Very sad. Okay. JD, I don't think them can go around this coach, because he said when he leave JA, he should get a bigger job. All right. Tell him, again, JD, top. Yes, man. Whole heap of top, man, and still remain the top. You get me? Yes. You see, we're doing a video that's put in Michail Antonio in the title. You still see the people come up. We don't have to put sensational headlines from nobody to click. No, man, we're good, man. We're good. The right people will out. That's what Blake says. We don't want the best people. We want the right people. No. I want the best people, because the best people will be the right people. In Tennessee, I want the best people them, because they're gonna be the right people them as well. I don't want the wrong people them. You get me? I am the best head chef here. let me call him. When the call in Warren, call in, because you get some beating from today, And you're trying to hide from the beating. I come and tell me a spinner on a bag of corner. Are you not certified as a chef? I am sure that you're certified as a chef. So are you making excuse for others? Come on, man. Stop your foolishness, big boss. All right? You're okay, Jama? Okay. All right. I'm going to spend a little more time and then I'm off the internet, okay? Okay. I'm live though, yeah? So I will come and talk to you soon. All right. Later.
Did not stop giggling.
Okay, all right then. Continue. All right. Morocco had the right people and also the best people. Yes, that's why I said I need the right best people. I don't need don't need a bag of madman. Yeah. Cause sometimes executive home chef. Yes, man. Executive home chef. Yes, JD. Keep the show substance driven with analysis. Don't like the mix up show them. Yeah, but Omar Folin, this has nothing to do with mix up, This has to do with clearing up things and make people see from a different side, Omar. So this is still an analytical show, but you have to make the people that you're trying to sell the content to believe in everything and know the actual level that we are at, Yeah, man, this is not a mix-up, man. Omar, I think I'm one of the most straight talker you can find in this category. Anything that I think, I just say it. I'm not afraid of anybody, and anybody that you think is your friend, if you I am a person that says it straight up, and if you think you're upset when I do talk, that simply means I can't be a friend, because if you're my friend and I can't tell you the truth, that makes no logical sense, Yeah, so that was the situation. Yeah? No, man. Omar, I know, but I'm saying this is not a mix-up show. I just said what I said. Because one of the person that came in my chat, he was so confident what he's saying is true, when that was not the case, because it's not true. So I had to call him out. You get me? Because my credibility is on the line. You get me? Yes. Warren, how you doing? Ed Chef, how you doing?
One, 1:30.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
you hear me, JD?
So why you give so much trouble? Why you give so much trouble? Because you're out here trying to tell me about people can cook. Yes, so a next man can do drowning. A lot of people can do drowning without having a drowning certificate, because I never saw one. You understand me? So it simply means.
Hello?
Yes,
Can you hear me?
you chipped out for a while. So it simply
You hear-
means, don't tell me about how
you-
much skill a
you
man
hearing me,
have.
bossy?
Yeah, man, we are here. Are you hearing me? You hear me, big boss?
Ye- Yeah, man, I'm hearing you. I'm hearing you.
Okay.
Yeah, man. Yeah, yeah. So basically, I'm saying in our culture, right, is not full. You know, education is not what words. Uh, a lot
Yeah,
of
man.
learning
Yeah.
things, but
Oh,
they
you're tripping
can't
out. You're tripping out a little
education.
bit, Warren. You're tripping out a little bit. You're tripping out a little bit. I don't know if it's the internet or something on your side.
All right, you hear me now?
Yes, we are hearing you now. We are hearing you.
Okay, I got you on speaker. Yeah, man. What I'm saying is, a lot of times a lot of people can't get that certification because they have a problem with bookwork.
Okay.
Not because number one lack of education. Because remember, a lot of our people didn't go through the proper channels in terms of learning how to learn, right? No,
Okay.
no, no. What I'm saying is that we need to, like I say, I agree. We need to start it from the grassroots, come
Mhm.
up, and it's gonna take a little time. And even Mr. Speed, if you have him on and ask him that question, he'll tell you it's gonna take time,
Mhm. Mhm.
right? Because the way we do things can't be the same way we're doing it now. We need a paradigm shift,
Okay, okay. I was just checking to see if I'm
right?
hearing you because the person said that they weren't hearing you, but it started now. I'm hearing you very clear. I do agree, but sometimes you have to ramp up things because you realize what the society gives you, you know. And at this point, I think we have to ramp it up to get that get respect because you still have people out there selling bad messages to the kids them and them stuff there, you know. So you have to make
Hundred
sure
percent,
you have to make sure you get rid of those people that cannot sell some stupid narrative and keep people stupid and them stuff. I don't like it, man, you know. So that's what I'm fighting against, and I think they need to make a big stamp on it.
100%, 100%. That I agree with 100% because I mean, for the short 2 3 years I've known you, I know we're in line and online in terms of wanting to work hard and wanting the best of the best for anything we do or anything anybody else does, right? So this is the trajectory that we want for all of our young youths, right? But like just like what I'm saying, like Antonio at this point, we need to include him because of his work ethics, his professionalism, and what he has to offer right now, right? And we need to win right now, but we still need a continuity, someone to pass the baton, and somebody who can teach these young people how to be a
Okay,
professional,
people, why
right?
people send me that
Because
link for?
because
People send me other vloggers link, for me to check, telling me about updates. So I don't care about updates. I just click it
yeah,
and I heard them talking.
yeah,
That's not nothing
yeah,
to do with me. I will get
yeah,
the information when we're done.
yeah, we doing our thing here. We
Yeah,
you know
I will get the information when I'm
we're
done and verify the
right,
information.
right. We're not gonna. It's not a knee jerk reaction we deal
Yeah,
with here. That's
I don't go that way.
but what I'm saying in our society right now is a lot of us learn and we learn the wrong way, right? The whole mentality of how we were taught, is not always giving us the results we want. So obviously we have to change a few things
Mm-hmm.
to get the desired result we want in the football. And I'm not talking about other areas because as far as I'm concerned, sir, as far as it's concerning me, track and field is doing okay, right? But like you say, if we don't get the best of the best teaching our youths, right, we're not going to get the desired result we want. So I'm on you with that, but you have to realize that there's always two sides to the coin. Is the person that you're willing to teach, is that person willing to learn? Are they set in their ways and don't want to learn? You can't teach somebody who don't want to be taught, right?
Mm-hmm.
So first we have to be selective on who we put in the program. These students, whoever we're teaching, do they want to learn what we're teaching them? right? Or they just feel that they're good and they just want to prove themselves to be good without learning the true basics, right? These are the hard truths we have to face, JD, and it's not like just educating people and they'll excel, right? The
Yeah,
people you teach need to, if you're alcoholic, right, and you don't accept that you're alcoholic, and you can put them in as many programs as possible, they'll still remain an alcoholic
facts,
until
facts,
that
facts.
person want to change. Then they're not going to change,
Yeah,
right?
but I understand you there. But why should we keep giving them things when they don't want to change? That's what I'm asking you.
But you see, this is the paradigm shift we have to start with. We need to get the people out of the program who don't want to learn and who don't wish to progress, right? They can go do something else and try something else. But when it comes to our national football, we want to move with the people who want to move with we and who are willing to learn. We don't want the people who come along and say, "Boy, I'm better than you," and that's it. You can't teach me nothing. You have to be teachable for you to excel and learn something, right?
Yeah, yeah,
This is
facts, facts.
this is but this is the point I'm trying to put across. I mean, sometimes put it in words. Don't put it across the way that I want to put it across.
One
But
second, Kevin
you know,
Williams. Kevin Williams. If you hear certain things, Kevin, just keep it to yourself, my brother. Wait until things, because when you spread a message in this chat now, and maybe a next vlogger hear it, and then run the repeat it, and then it's not true. What you're saying,
yeah,
then all
start
of a
a
sudden
war,
the vloggers them are gonna get or at
start
least
a
a
war,
specific
start a
vlogger
war.
they get wrong. Anyway, hear it, keep it there. All right. Yes. Make it stay
That
right
is
there,
true. That
and
is true.
then one person get the blame for it if the news is not real or whatever the situation is, and then one person get the credit if the news is actually accurate. All right, because I'm not gonna repeat those things until I see for myself. All right. Yes. Continue, Warren. Sorry about that.
Yeah. So JD, we have to be mindful when it comes to education. Because like I said, if you don't want if you don't want to learn and you're pig-headed,
Mm-hmm.
you're not learn nothing. Even if you put them in a 10,000 classroom, right? The ability, you have to have that desire. You have to decide. If you're not the smartest of the smart, you have to work real, real hard, right, to succeed,
So, but
right? So basically, yeah.
no. So
Where's that?
so what happened to the people where literally, obviously, they might not have the requirements at the time, but their attitude is wrong towards wanting the thing. Should you help them? Should you help them?
Yeah, of course,
No,
of
because I
course, you
think
can
I,
help.
I should not help you. If I see that you
Mm,
you are you are not you don't have the interest to want to do it. The only thing I should help you to is literally to convince you to do the right thing. But I'm not gonna give you any handout
no,
to keep you
no,
sitting on the side and
but
not wanting to help yourself.
JD, a lot of time people don't think they need help. But if you show them, sometimes you need to show people success, tangible success. Why you think people jump on the Bailey bandwagon so much? Because it's a tangible success that people can see back from someone from the island coming up. This is something tangible they can hold and they can touch, right? Why you think that they don't big up a lot of the other players? Because they're not down on the ground with them. They don't feel like they're on the ground with them. So the job for us and the JFF is to promote these players once they come into our system, right? So make them accessible to the young people, so they can see themselves like an Antonio, right? Most of the young people can see themselves like as a Leon Bailey, right? But they can't see themselves as Antonio because the narrative that's going, oh, Antonio grew up in England, blah blah blah. They don't have the same, you don't have the same, in terms of line to where you reach right now. So it's up to the GFF and whoever they bring in our system to make these players accessible to the younger people, right? What we need to do is start giving away our giving some dirt cheap tickets to some of these these people in schools, these younger people. You see, because this is our future, right? Why have an empty stadium if we can give the kids a $50 ticket for go watch the game, right? You know, fill up the stadium with these youths, right? This is what a lot of the Canadian people do up here. They bring in the students. Like they bring in the soccer teams. They give tickets. They give free tickets, and they give discount tickets to a lot of these junior soccer teams. I'm bringing the kids in the stadium for watch the big game, so they can actually feel it and see themselves in that situation. All right, take up some youth and fill up the stadium. Right? Why have an empty stadium? You're paying for the stadium anyways, right? These are the things we need to start thinking outside the box, right? We need to start promoting any players that put on our colors, right? The player come from England and then all of a sudden, oh yeah, he's in training, blah blah blah. You don't hear nothing. You don't hear much about him on the news, the local news. You don't see them promoting. So we need to start. There's a lot of things we need to do that we're not doing right now. you know, as far as I'm concerned. But this is my view on that. I still feel Antonio should be a part of our program because it's one of our top players we have right now, and is one of the more marketable players we have right now. So big up the thing, JD.
All right.
Anyways, Mago,
Yeah, man, do you think,
now
man?
get
When you're
ready to
busy.
go. All
Yeah,
right, bless up
we'll
yourself.
just read a few
I'm
comments
I'm
and then
I'm
off.
actually yeah, I'm actually off right now. I'm going to work for about 2 o'clock. So bless up
All
yourself.
right, then respect, yeah.
But the facts is the facts. A lot of times the executive chef is not the best cook in the kitchen.
Yeah, yeah,
Right?
I understand, but him still, I'm still okay with the people. I'm actually do them certificate. That's all I'm gonna tell them. I'm in a
Of
business
course,
way when
excellence,
nobody gonna say if you're not certified, I'm not interested. That's all.
excellence is no, but
Yes.
excellence is where we have to go,
We can
right?
hold you
We need, we
accountable. We can
need,
always remember this. When a man is
of
certified,
course,
you can't hold him accountable
mm,
because you go give him the job. When the next man is
that
certified,
is
you
true.
can fire them and fire and sue somebody else. We give him the
But
certificate if he's
but
so
but
far apart from what he signed up for. You understand me? You always can
but
get
but
back your money.
JD, who you think I first them a fire in any organization? Them can't fire the team, but
Yeah.
them can't fire the person who is in charge for make sure so the team play good.
Yeah. All right. So that's
Right?
that's
So
that's how we
so
are saying.
so this so basically we're both we're saying we're on similar trajectory. It's just that you have to realize that the way how people learn differs,
All right then,
right?
boss.
And
So
all right,
me gonna stop beating. No, me still beat you, no, but me not gonna beat it for that way you just say. But me gonna still beat you, see me? Yes. Yes. All right, boss. Respect and take care.
big,
Yeah.
big up the show, good show, right? People, smash the like button before
Yeah,
and
man,
let me hear
we
something.
stop by them
Yeah.
up, man. We have the best people. We have the real people. Them. I'm gonna tire if we get
All
likes. All right. Bye bye.
right,
Yeah.
bless up yourself.
Yeah.
All right, everybody in the chat, respect.
Yeah, man. So all right, that was the great Troublemaker Warren. All right, so we saw Richard Crawford. Just a few we are reading out. Kevin Williams. Remember, I said I don't repeat nothing on live stream in terms of any information. All right, I will do my research after. All right, people sending me link to us, things like I'm not watching my show. Why would I be watching other shows when I'm doing my show? That make no sense. We are all the great players today. They say better than Leon Bailey. Just even a year ago, they are still playing. Michail Antonio is still being played. All right, he's playing for West Ham. Would you consider Aston Villa a bigger club than West Ham? No. And he's being wanted by Everton, Wolves, Newcastle, Chelsea. Newcastle doing better than Aston Villa. So that would have been an up move than Leon Bailey. If he goes to Chelsea, Chelsea is still better than Aston Villa. So it would be an up move than Aston Villa, just the same Richard Crawford. So what are you trying to say? Oh my God. Oh man, it's terrible. The behavior of these human beings. Big up yourself, Pagan. Massive respect, man. You see me? They always have that one personnel in the chat that comes with their foolishness over and over. All right? Nobody cares. Really, I don't really care about one player. You can look at the whole of a bag of Liam Bailey pillar. I want to sleep good. I want to sleep good when Liam Bailey don't play good. What wrong with you, man? We don't love everybody from Jamaica, man. Stop hating on the people, man. Look at hater. One Richard Crawford. El Padrino said, big up JD, 100 likes. Alright, 100 likes. Alright then. We were going 2 hours and not a second over it. Not a second. I see you have to just smoke Crawford there with his little xenophobic behavior. You know? Yes. Every day they just bring up their players. Wait until their players don't go nowhere, then you hear them come here and make a bag of excuse. That's all they do, you know. At least the players that we talk about, you can type in the internet and we don't have to sell propaganda to force people to tell them that they're good. We can just look at the internet and see that they're good. Alright? Yes. Talk about that now. Let's talk about that. People saying Antonio is old should just look at Argentina. Yes, man. Messi, Otamendi played a vital role in it just the same. Di Maria was very good. You get me? So I don't know what this whole thing coming about. It's just a next step for the xenophobic personnel to find a way to say that we can't get any other outside players, so let we pick our own players them over and over. You know? That's just it, man. And the coach soon figure out soon, man. I saw that he's trying to itch up beside some people. Just wait until he figure them out and realize that he needs to just do his job and leave Jamaica. You know, just do your job and leave Jamaica after. Ultras check in. Big up yourself, Mr. Ultras. El Pagina dead with laugh. Yes, man, that's why I have to smoke them sometimes, man. Morning. Okay. You just a wake up. Okay, the show just a finish. What is it? No, man. A few clubs. Chelsea got on board. Wolves, Chelsea and Everton got on board to try and see if they can get him. But West Ham still holding out. So it's pretty much of a 4-team show at this point. Trying to get him. And one on an outcast because Newcastle was on the list as well of teams that would be interested for his service. You get me? So when Richard Crawford come with his foolishness, which 5 team interested in your pillar man service? Eh? The other day, pillar man they get in the game, and what happened? The whole of Jamaica run up and down and lose their mind. I talk about everybody eat and everybody this and now watch a football field. See it? Yes. But as Michail Antonio not play a good game, when they make up story, when the man score 3-4 goal, when the same score 1 goal, just if we don't play the guy, when you just xenophobic and pretty up. Yeah. Let me tell you the pillar man them. Crawford, what's the next one there, man? Crawford. My boy came anytime Liam Bailey plays, he comes here. That one, you have 2 pillar man, definitely. Those are the 2 pillar man. The man who have Bailey face and then pillar. You get me? Yes. And then you have one more. What's it? I'm gonna look for his name. I know their names. I know their names. I know the pillar men names. I'm gonna write them down, man. All right. Flavor Max. Yes, Flavor Max. Yes. Flavor Max. And the next one name one next one came in the chat yesterday. I have to look for his name. Christian don't give away himself as yet, El Padrino. But we know he's one of the pillar men. That's why he came here trying to take off everybody with name recognition to leave his pillar boss. to leave his pillar boss as the highest ranked name, you know? Yes. But one thing I've learned about life, you know, propaganda can get you through the window, you know, but it takes true talent and education to keep yourself there. Always remember that. Propaganda can get so you can run up your numbers then by inflating stories over and over. You get called to somewhere, but it takes a true talent to sustain you anywhere. That's what I've learned. It takes the talent to sustain you. I'm there. All right. Oyini Blake, no, they don't make it look like that. What happened when he plays four bad games? We talk about the four bad games and come to give him his respect in the one that he scores. They hate on us. Oh, you should have believed in him for the next four bad games. So once he plays and he doesn't do anything on the field, we should come here and lie until he does something well and come up. Well, I guess I'm not gonna join the bandwagon of being the fake news Jamaicans. All right, as what Mr. Tactical said before, and he was so right. You understand me? He should just know that it's not every Jamaican are fake news. You get me? But that's what they want with the join. Until we don't do it, we can't come and say yes, Leon Bailey played good today. You understand me? We can't just say that, because we had said he never played good the other days. Them. What sense that make? So that means we should not talk the truth. We should just avoid it, yo. Liam Bailey played today, so we should not talk. Let we play. We talk about Bobby Reed and the other guys them that played well. That's what they want we to do. Can't do that, man. That's not my thing, man. Reality is our thing. Kalito, big up yourself, man. Thanks for being here. Oh, Balakar? No, man. Balakar not buying a pillar for Bailey, man. Balakar have a Shamar Nichols pillar, Christian in the building. Big up, JD. Antonio name in the title again. Okay, yes. And we've been burning you out, Christian, for the entire show. We've been burning you out because you said people should move away from him. But everybody are moved towards him. So how is it? All of the other clubs are moving towards him and I tell you how integral he is to football. And you said you know more about football than me. And everything what I've said to you about football, that's what they are explaining is important. So I think you need to go back at the football school and come test me. Christian, you see it? You see it? Yeah, man, they need to take away your license from you. You get me? Yeah, man. TikTok. Oh, yeah, TikTok. No, man, TikTok, the Jamaican local players defender. FIFA 20. Pro Club, yeah, Pro Club, yeah, Pro Club. Pro Club, yeah, man, Pro Club are one of them, man. Pro Club might have a Bailey pillar. Man, them a tell you pick a side and stay there. Yes, Owen. Yes, the madman them. Oh, pick a side and stay on that side. Oh, the report on Bailey when he scores a goal. I guess we are gonna report on him 15 times for the season. When he scores an assist and a goal or something, we're not gonna can talk about him every day then. So you're still not gonna get what you want because he's not scoring goals every game. You get me? Bless us, massive respect. The one with the 2-pack. Yes, El Padrino. That's the one that I was looking for. The one with the 2-pack. Art of love, man. Happy New Year, big boss. How are you doing? All right. Some of the bottom barrel teams fighting for him. You see it, Christian is bad-minded. Now we get what he's going on with now. And Newcastle is above all of the other teams them. Chelsea is above all the other teams them. You get me? So I don't know what you're talking about. You see, Christian, you have a hatred. Christian, don't make me label you. All right, I'm gonna give you 3 more chances to prove yourself, and then I'm gonna fully label you on this channel. You, cause when you come here, this man a madman. The man say Newcastle is a bottom of the barrel team. Chelsea is a bottom of the barrel team. This brother, you see you listen to too much fake news. That is your problem, Christian. Uh, Ronnie said, and they love to hype up Jamaican-born players like Bailey, but not England-born players like Reed. Yes, man, they ain't want to talk the truth, man. Sorry, I missed most of the show. I was busy photocopying some birth certificate. Yeah, man, our cook. Big up yourself, man. Thanks very much, man. Take your time, man. You can come back to the show whenever you want, We don't care about the views, We only care about the likes. We do it for the likes on the video. All right, Oini said, yeah, man, Cataract, a bun more and bun him out, man. But must I give him chance to prove himself. Because him come here and tell all sorts of lie for me, every minute, And true, he's a good person. Me take him time, I try convert him to odds a real football Jamaican fan. You understand? Topian King also get hyped up, but Harding and Till can barely get called up. Yes, Ronnie. The sense JD is Everton and Wolves. I heard. Oh my God. Yeah, what? So it looks like the only news the one Christian gets. The only news the one Christian gets is the news that support his narrative. The biggest news came out, Shock deal. Chelsea wants Antonio on loan. That's the first one came out, And then they're saying that they're gonna revisit it to see if maybe the loan fee was a little bit lower. Maybe they can sign him on a 1 year contract or whatever. That was the conversation, And this man run off, and said he did not saw none of the other thing them. And I did videos breaking down how much people interested in him the last time. You get me? But we learn about Christian, we learn about Christian. That one, the one Christian, you see, man. Christian, you have to make sure you come correct when you come here, All right. Because I realize, you're rapidly becoming popular here, yeah? All right, so let me see. All right. I'm going to take one more call and then we are going to done the show for today. Tomorrow, I don't know if I'm going to turn up, guys. I think tomorrow I'm going to go up on the Imaxit channel because I have some African football playing. Ishmael King, a 50-year minute seeing a big man. How are you doing, man? Hope all is well with you, All right? Long time I don't see you, All right? Jesus, God. Said I'm taking one more call and... Hello, good night.
It don't reach.
I didn't even finish saying I'm taking one more call, So, say, you hear me a bunny out on Simon channel. I think when you broke ultras them, would copy it and send it to you. Because after I go over the one Simon, and then I listen to Simon, try to get some information. Simon called me up and have me there for 1 hour, So I have a bunny him out and say, yeah, man, he make War Rock come on him channel and make it look like say me a fight against black people and me sell out to white people and all sort of foolishness and when you don't take down the video and War Rock promote people what you call it, canceling me, that's the right word, cancel. War Rock cancelled me on your channel and you don't take it off. So why are you inviting me on your channel? I'm saying never know. Okay, so you're on a one-man mission to degrade my character, Well gone.
Yeah, I just shouting in. You can balance it on, man. Because I hear some feedback. But I don't know. It's 2023. I woke up and the team xenophobia, like they find a new thing. So Newcastle is at the bottom of the barrel. I didn't know. No, Jerry, I just want to know. Maybe me dyslexic and me I read the EPL table upside down. I don't know. So it
Christian.
look like Arsenal I get relegated.
And he said he wanted to talk about Arsenal. He said
we in the European place got the table upside down. So Europe we are go.
No, but he looks like he's an Arsenal fan, He looked like he's an Arsenal fan because last night he called to talk about Arsenal. You understand? And I said,
No.
I don't do that, when
But I say that if Newcastle is bottom of the barrel, that means that we are looking at the table upside down. So me can stop worrying about Leeds now and just look forward to go to Europe
because
next year.
even the other day when you were talking about Aston Villa and Leeds, I don't know. Oh, Leeds lost that game, The man them just can't. Rodrigo get that. The man them get some empty chance, bro. When I hear people coming here, Aston Villa world class, Liam Bailey world class. And I'm saying if you watch the damn game, if all I need to watch the damn game, we don't realize that Aston Villa scrape in the game to get something. Aston Villa could have lost that game 5. And it's not because of them defending, it's because of Leeds not putting the damn ball in the back of the net. Them literally have the empty goal and not putting the ball in the back of the net. And I'm saying the only reason why these people talk like this is when they don't watch the games, because they're not watching the game. I went and watched a game, and
They're
most of
not
the games
watching
that
the
Leeds
game.
lost.
They're not watching the game. They don't read the newspaper reports about the game. They just all they do is they go on I don't know Sky Sports or ESPN FC and look at the score because Leeds should have won that game at a canter. We
Very
couldn't do it,
easy,
Michail
very easy
Antonio,
in that
right
game.
now.
Very, very easy. Leeds should have won a game.
And,
Furthermore, let
and,
me tell you,
and,
let me say something here. I think Leeds is a better team this season than Aston Villa. I saw Leeds ball Arsenal off the park, ball majority of the big teams them, but just failed to win the damn game. So I guess finishing is their problems this season. You
no
know,
problem.
finishing, but
Um,
creating and sustaining press. Nobody in the Premier League cannot press and sustain the press and win back the balls as fast as Leeds. Nobody. All right, so let me give credit to the people them what we're seeing. Unless if you like propaganda, you will not watch a game them and sell a narrative. But we already call it the pillar man them. You understand me? The pillar man them have no other use in life and than to just go and just sell propaganda. All right, yes. But for we and we're watching the games. Leeds better than Aston Villa. I'm not asking you. And I think Leeds is not going down. They're not going to go down. Cataract. You can't stop worry. They're not going to go down because
no, it's tight at the bottom of the pack and it's very, very tight.
yes, but
2 points.
Aston Villa is not safe because I don't think they're better than none of the other teams. Them they're not better than none of the teams. I'm not changing. They ain't better than none of the other teams. Them obviously. Good evening. Is more of a defensive mind to coach. So he can maybe keep the goals them down, but they are leaking chances left, right, and center. So Aston Villa is not out of it. So from 11th position at this point, let me change it over. From 11th position, let me say no. I'm gonna show you how confident I am. Leeds, no, I vibes. You know, watch football. If you think Villa better than Leeds, you must be mad, man. You know, watch football. Leeds play better football than Aston Villa this year. You must be mad, Irie vibes. But me have an agenda. No, I don't have an agenda. I am burning out. Irie vibes are one of the pillar man them, that's all too. Irie vibes are one of the pillar man them. You want me bet money? You want me bet money? Mr. Harry Vibes, you call my phone, make sure you have your ID, and I'm going to show you that I don't have an agenda. I will bet you money on this. This, if you see from where Aston Villa is, 11th position, people still are going to flip from this point. Make sure you bet me now. Click this from right here. I'm going to show you how confident I am. Look, Leeds in 15th position and 17 points. Just watch the games, them. Just watch the games, them. Go and watch all of these games. But you come and tell me about Aston Villa play better football than Leeds. What are you watching? What are you watching? Stop your foolishness, man. Just watch the football and stop watch YouTube channels. Alright? Watch the football and don't watch YouTube channels. Go and watch the football and my revives. But me have an agenda. Like I'm an idiot. From the start, I said I am not really hype on Aston Villa. From the start of the first video I did on the Imaxit, go and check it. I said I'm not really hype on this Aston Villa team. And what happened? The coach got fired. All right, so that means I was correct. Villa has the better players, but the team, as a team, Leeds clear. All right. So the football that Leeds playing, why we can't just give people credit? If Aston Villa players what you like, okay, no problem. But I saw Leeds play Liverpool. They gave Liverpool all sorts of problem. Manchester City, they gave Manchester City problem here and there. Yes, they balled Arsenal in the second half. Manchester United the same thing. The guy them have a pressing system that if you watch football and really be honest, you will give them respect. You get me? Just make Leeds get a striker. Just make Leeds get a striker that can put the damn ball in the back of the net and see what happen. See what happen. Can I check the conversion rate? On the creative side. Let me see if I can check it. If we can get them stats. Cataract. Just to show Mr. Irie vibes. So him actually learn because them and I only run down propaganda, you know. That's all I'm learning, you know. So let me try see if I can get the stats right here for see how much Leeds creating. All right, good. Summary: 18 matches played, conceded 26, scored 26, conceded 33, assisted 18. All right, 18. So they scored 26. Then we are gonna go on Aston Villa's one just to show you. I'm gonna show you how I revives them, you know. 33 goals
So
they conceded. I'm going to see how much. Big chance per game, 2.2. They are creating. Total shots per game, 12.7. 12.7 per game. All right. Shots on target per game, 3.9. Shots off target, 4.6. Shots blocked, 4.2. Successful dribbles, 6.2. Corners per game, 5.6. Woodwork, 4. Counterattacks, 10. All right, I revives. All right.
but JD, I can give you from another angle. The the sorry um in terms of Leeds and Aston Villa, right? In terms of the conversion rate.
Mm-hmm.
So Leeds has 172 shots at the time, right? And
Mm-hmm.
13 goals at 7.6,
Yeah, I'm gonna pull up
right?
Aston Villa now. Just
And
to, yeah, continue.
Aston Villa had more shots at the time, 174 shots to 11 goals at 6.3,
Mm-hmm.
right? And that I'm looking at just before the World Cup break. That was just before the World Cup break, right? So our problem with Leeds is that we need a we need a striker. We only have rarely all our people are below um what is really required um to be a top striker. So we need a striker.
Yeah, yeah. Facts.
But
Uh,
what I would say is, if you look at Leeds this year, last year we were getting 7-0 and 6-0 and all them holy for something. This, you know what I mean? Um, and we are at 9.3% conversion rate, which is the 14th highest
oh,
in the
we should
league right now.
we should compare the stats after Gerard got sacked. You saw Iron Vibes contradictory.
Oh, no,
So
of course, of course. No, what happened to some man in there? If you know, say people like so let me tell you now. People who said that Ivan Tony and nothing, right? Brentford is 8th with 233 shots, 32 goals at 13.7%, right? Leeds is 14. We have 9.3. Let me see where Aston Villa is. Why I can't find Villa? Why I can't find Villa? Let me try find. Let me try make sure we find.
Valin, but the screen continue.
West Ham is at 4.2, right? And that is without Michail Antonio starting. Right? Remember, Michail Antonio is not the starter. Aston Villa is at 8.6. Right? 8.6%. And Leeds is at 9.3. So Aston Villa has 256 shots. Right? And they only convert 8.6% of their shots. So the strike force at Aston Villa is less deadly than the strike force at Leeds.
And Leeds
And way less
Leeds still need better striking force.
And we need better striking force. Patrick Bamford hasn't come to the party this year.
Yeah.
But this is not an English Premier League thing. I just wanted to come and say people need to put some respect on Michail Antonio's name. Right? I mean, I'm going to sit around no day at all and watch the man style the baller. Because this is one of the men that is super committed to Jamaica. And he's somebody who gave us a few little bit of joy that we had during the World Cup campaign. Came from moments of genius by Michail Antonio. And I think for that, he needs to be given the due respect. He wasn't able to carry us over by himself on his back, but he carried us a far away, but we couldn't finish the journey. So I don't understand where the hate coming from. Michail Antonio is, I would say, I would tell anybody, in terms of English-born strikers, he is in the top 10 English-born strikers in the Premier League. I would go as far as saying that.
Yeah, I think people need to type in his name and look at the big programs and the ex-footballers them talk about this guy, especially one named Christian. You get me? He needs to listen to all other people that play sports at the highest level, coaches sports at the highest level, talk about the guy, you know? And to be honest, I think he still might be one of the biggest striker Jamaica ever signed, ever. Like, ever. You know, obviously he never played enough game for us, but maybe he's one of the most rated player worldwide that Jamaica ever signed and ever played for Jamaica as well. You get me? Yeah, so
That,
it
that
does
can't
sad.
be in that
No,
can't be in question.
people will question these things as well. People will actually question it. I'm telling you, people will question it. I
I
don't know
can
how.
question that.
Yes, they will. They will, Cataract. I don't know how. One second, before we get into it, Leeds defensive woes have not gone. Yes, we agree. We agree, Demo. Leeds got 5 from Brentford. Yes, they play open football, but when I'm looking at Leeds football, I think I watched Aston Villa and it's not impressive. I think it's just because Leon Bailey at Aston Villa, why everybody just hype up Aston Villa. I saw them play and I was not
Okay.
impressed with them. Especially when they just started, you know, because I'm saying what's this all hype about? Man, I play some dodgy football. I try lock shop from all 45 minutes in a game. You know?
Big brother. Big brother, let me say this. You see, when I reason, and if you notice, we try to be calm this year and not bother with the thing, right? Bridget, understand that people like JD, people like myself, we are man with research before we come chat off them out. If we don't know, we don't know. Aston Villa goal difference is -5 and Leeds is -7. So it's just 2 goal difference, 2 points of a
So
goal difference.
as
So
bad
which
as so
defensive
as
war, attacking war?
no. No. To be honest, Cataract, when you look at the way all Leeds play, because they're so invested in all-out flashy football, it looks like they are much more defensively liable to concede than Aston Villa. But at the same time, Aston Villa don't look like they will always score more than them. You get me? And the defensive liability, because they set up defense. No, you know what it is? If you set up defensively and still look like you're giving up 5, 6 big clear chances per game, better me just go to attack and concede 7 big clear chances per game. Because Aston Villa keep in the same game, Aston Villa give up 5, 4 big chances, clear chances that the man them should tap in, and they're trying to defend. So imagine if they try to come out. That tells you that they're not better than Leeds. Because Leeds not trying to defend, at least in a low block, they are stepping up, at least in the midfield third at the start, but yet still not giving up so much big goal chances like Aston Villa. So it's hard. That's a challenging one that I have to ask Demo. If you are trying to defend in a lower line but give up so much more clear chances in games, why sit back then? Like, better just go forward and play because you're giving up
No, no, but this argument really is
No,
going
man.
to make the talk sound like it.
No, no,
No,
no,
it's
no,
going to make
no,
us
no, no.
sound
Him have a
like we
point.
are
Him have a point. Him have a
nonsensical.
point. Him have a point. Him say, no. What he's trying to say, he's trying to combat the argument of me saying that they play the better football and the flashy football. You know, because he's trying to say about
Oh, yeah.
one conceded more goals. You know, so sometimes the
I,
flashy football don't really impact on winning. That's what he's saying. You know. But I had to counteract
no,
him
no,
and said,
but
you
I'm
are
saying to
playing
you,
defensive football, but still giving up more chances, are giving up equal chances, playing defensive football. Oh, you work about that.
remember that Leeds is now playing with, we've always played with one CDM. We are not one of the teams that play with a double pivot, right?
Mm-hmm.
And a high pressing game. But you have to balance and look at what was happening last year. If I go back last year and see what Leeds goal difference is, let me tell you. We got through by the skin of the teeth. Um, Even on the last day, we were busy. We were busy conceded. Um, in the thing, it's by the skin of our teeth we get through because 2 men, right? Last year, our goal difference was minus 37. Minus 30. We conceded 79 goals. Sorry, we conceded 54. Sorry, right? So at the end of the day, you have to look and say things are improving, and we just that for me. But this is not a Leeds program. What is happening is that people are just hating on Michail Antonio, promoting Leon Bailey. No, I admitted, I said in the chat, it was a superb goal that he took against
Yes, it was a
Leeds.
good goal, of
But
course. But that I mean,
superb.
look
But
here. Look at not cutting, but look at the rating. The highest rated players for Aston Villa. Douglas Luiz, which we clearly said he's one of the better. Ashley Young, we said he's one of the better. Buendia, 6.92. John
Ashley
McGinn,
Young is like
Kamara,
99 years
Jacob
old.
Ramsey, Emiliano Martinez, going down, Danny Ings, Tyrone Mings, Kanza, 10. We're naming Digna, Moreno, Jan Begnarak, Dadonka, Matty Cash, Morgan Sanson, and then Leon Bailey at 17. So I told you that promotion and over promotion, you have to do it on the field.
But
And that
hold
is a
on, hold on,
rating,
hold
and you have
on.
to be
Leon Bailey is at
consistent.
17.
17 in terms of
No, but
your rating. 17 on the team.
and he's a starter. And he's
Yes.
a starter.
Yes.
So
So we need
people
we need to be
in the
honest to
Premier League,
ourselves. We need to be honest to ourselves and stop the foolishness. All right? With the overhyping thing. You get me? We're not overhyping
in
Michail
the
Antonio either. We're not overhyping Michail Antonio. We're just talking football, and Michail Antonio is in the
man of the
spotlight.
fair, so we're over at Michail Antonio.
Because people said Michail Antonio again.
No,
But the man has said Michail Antonio again, like we should not report it if on a Michail Antonio. So why you want we report every video when Liam Bailey play? Me not interested then. More at Reggae Boyz, me love, me no love. Me no just love Leon Bailey. More and love all of the Reggae Boyz them for report on the stories them. That's what I want to do. You can't tell me say me should not report on Michail Antonio. You get me?
so let me say, so that I can address Demo Traders allow me. I could not tell you that Leeds has
Kendrick, I'm
no
not going over
good
one and a
defense.
half hour. 11 minutes we have.
No, I
11
never said
minutes.
that. Oh,
No, we
no,
have
no.
11
I'm
minutes.
saying
We have 11 minutes.
right. I'm saying that the Leeds defense is better than it was last year. You cannot argue that. Anybody who watched the Premier League knows that, right? I'm also saying to you that Leon Bailey is an inconsistent player in the Premier League,
Yes,
right? He
that is
has
true.
some very bad games. He has a very good game, and in between those, he has ordinary games. And ultimately, for people who are paying superstar money, right, and 30 million for a mid to lower mid-table club is a lot of money for $30 million, right? Leeds, we just bought a player for 35 million, and was a club record for thing, right?
Yeah.
Understand that people are not going to be satisfied with that return on investment. Plain and simple. If you look at who has gone for 30 million, I think Buendia.
And we have to be honest.
Buendia go
We have to show up. No, when they reach there, we're gonna show the market value because Liam Bailey market value dropped. Look at it. Coutinho left. Show you that this is not fighting against Jamaicans. Coutinho has a 6.61 as well, so he's below Liam Bailey. Ollie Watkins is below Liam Bailey on average. So this is not fighting against a Jamaican player. This is just telling you as it is based on the calculation in the systems. You get me? Yes, so nobody come with it and talk about a fight against Jamaica, because I never even know that analytics fight against Jamaica as well too. You continue, Cataract. Me just try to show them say
Right.
bigger baller, literally they're below, you know?
So it is not there, and it is unfortunate Demo would take that. So I don't know what Demo is trying to prove. Are you trying to say that Leon Bailey is the best player in the Premier League and we just to fight him? The
No,
fact
no,
is that
no,
Leon Bailey
demon no
needs to
reason, demon no reason like that, man. Demon no reason like that. Demon no reason like that at all.
But when I have a research, I watch Leeds play every week. So I can tell about Leeds, but Leeds don't have no Jamaican playing for them. So that's not what we come to talk about. What I came online, JD, to speak to you about the people who are this new phenomenon, which is called Michail Antonio and Michail Antonio out. Right? Now, these are the same persons who will then tell you how great I am remembering playing off my head, who were going nuts when Junior Flemings joined Toulouse last year from the USL.
We talked about it last
They were
night.
going nuts,
It's an embarrassment, you know. No,
right? They were going nuts.
no, man. But man, move the goalpost. The one, Eddie Guna move the goalpost. I say, yo, the man,
Oh,
I get him
and,
money.
and,
I get him money. I say, Eddie Guna, if you play football for
well,
money, you're not
everybody
ambition
get
that
money.
man. If you play football for money, you're not ambition you have because everybody else will get
No,
more
but
money
you're not.
than you. You understand me?
No, but you're not playing football. So what I'm saying is, Michail Antonio, what I would like for us to end the program and understand is the way that we evaluate players in Jamaica and as Jamaican fans has to improve and become more football intelligent because we can't be saying Jack Michail Antonio, run him away because he's old. Yet, I only know about 3 sides, but now I'm hearing today that 5 teams in the Premier
Yeah,
League have an
Tony.
interest in him.
And you have to put
Yet,
it you have to put his team because his team consistently rejecting the deals them coming through and actual deals, not just report. I saw Amanda's report say them would have consider Everton would have consider contacting for Shamar Nicholson. Never no bid not
because
at all. I'ma see 50
and went
videos
not.
come out. Nuts Jamaica went. I know Everton they're at the bottom of the tier. Forget Michail Antonio, and people are saying too old.
No, and then people are saying he's going to the bottom of the barrel club.
Yeah, yeah, actually, no, me agree with you there. Me agree with you there with the behavior problem of we and how
Right.
we just not
I
like the other players them, you know? Yeah, it's weird still.
no, no. I would say Mad Vibes. Michail Antonio is the most high profile player to play for Jamaica.
Yes,
Before Michail
yes.
Antonio, the most high profile player would have been Robbie Earl because Robbie Earl was, I think, a
You
captain
don't
at
think
Wimbledon.
my boy from Leicester was high profile? You never think him get high profile after?
No, no. Remember that Leicester did get almost relegated the year before, you know.
Yeah,
Leicester
I know,
was
but you don't think
right.
Where's Morgan get a respect? I think he
No, man.
get okay. I would
No, no.
consider Michael
What
Antonio
I'm
the most
saying.
high profile one though.
I'm saying. Wimbledon, Robbie Earl would have been a young man at Wimbledon, a teenager, when Wimbledon beat Liverpool 1-0 in 1988 and got won the FA Cup, right?
Mm-hmm.
Robbie Earl was consistently Wimbledon was never relegated before that from the first division, and then it went into the Premier League. So Robbie Earl would have been a very hype. You would have Dion Burton them and Paul Hall and Phil. They came from Portsmouth, right? Portsmouth was a yo-yo team at the time. Pumpy, and they weren't really. I think what people kind of might have forgotten, really, in the late 90s, was how the English league was set up. Teams like Ipswich were in the Premier League. Norwich always got up and down. Portsmouth was a stable, right? You had that Tresor, Lua, and those people, them, right? So the real thing, he is the most high profile. That's what I would say, Mad Vibes. The same high profile.
Yes, so we put it there.
Right?
So it's free for you to talk, and it's always free for us to talk about any one of the Jamaican players, then because we're just giving lights to the public. And remember, at the end of the day, we are the ones trying to sell the public back to the players, them, so you get to know the players, them. A lot of people came out these
but
knowing the players that
Ronnie
played for Jamaica and never knew that they played for Jamaica.
Ronnie M, Ronnie M 90. This thing about work permit is also a what I'd call a smoke and mirror, right?
Yes, I wanted to touch that as well. I wanted to touch that as well.
Smoke and mirror, because
But Cataract, you want to come?
Everton,
Cataract, you like if you're already going to stay on the phone, you want to go in the discard, so I can the sound don't sound good, and the discard is the high quality sound. The discard sound is quality, you know.
Hold on. Let's tell you. My phone, the amount of things on my phone, the discard that loaded.
Yeah, because this card was same
now?
yeah, it's okay, but this card comes through a little bit better. Still, that's all because
Okay,
it's at the same
I
level
know,
as
I know.
mines. But it's okay.
Mhm.
I will open the Discord
But
right
this
here.
conversation is a serious conversation we're having, you know.
Yeah, man.
How
Yeah,
do we
man.
have
Yeah, man.
it?
This thing,
So
Qatar, before you go, this thing of $10 million. Let me talk about this. This guy's the $10 million thing
no,
and the FIFA ranking. Um, you keep. We have two things to say. It's not every league in England requires the $10 million. So that the first thing is just a lie. It's just
it's
a
only the Premier
it's
League.
only
It's
the
only the
Premier
Premier
League for
League.
the $10 million. That's what you need to cross off your mind. Only the Premier League to get work permit for the $10 million. Down to the Championship, what I've heard or what I've researched, it's very much lower, 1.2. All right, so 1.2, and the 1.2 means your special acquisition. All right, 1.2. All right, and that's why because remember, the player from Costa Rica never had the amount of first team starts to go to Sunderland. All right, because he would have, and then he was qualified for a special player, and they paid 1.3 million for him, Bennett. They paid 1.3 million pound for him to go there. And he was under 18 when they signed the contract, 17 years old. All right? So the 18 years old signing is not a true thing either as well.
It's
So
not,
let
these
me
are
clear
not
up those
true.
things. Listen to me well. They are not
Some,
true statements. All right?
some people just say these things and they repeat them and they
Yes, they are
sound like
not
they have
true. They
on
are
a
not
suit
fully
and
true
tie.
statements at all. These are just smoking mirrors that goes over the whole board. It's not for the entire board. All right. And if you're good in Jamaica, why it's only Premier League alone you can play now? Why is only the Premier League alone you're trying to offer? If you go to Belgium, it doesn't require the same. If you go to Spain, it doesn't require the
No,
same. And I'm going to give you all the
but,
reports for all of them. It's not the
but
same.
we're speaking about Shamar. We're speaking about Shamar and Everton.
Yeah,
No, thirty
Shamar could have
million
gone to
pounds,
Everton.
30 million pounds, 30 million pounds was a, and Chris Smith, I'm going to come back. I forgot Frank Sinclair. Sorry, I did forget Frank Sinclair. My apologies. 30, but Chelsea was not a bigger club at the time. Chelsea was just thinking about, anyway, I forgot Frank Sinclair. Um, the, the 30 million pounds for a striker is chicken feed.
Yeah, but who would have paid
It's
30 million?
chicken
Who would
feed.
have paid 30 million for Shaman? And then they never,
No, no, no,
it never, that was,
I
was
am saying to you, there are clubs in England like Leeds that need.
uh-huh.
We just paid 30 million, 35 million pounds for a French under 21 striker
Okay, but
because there are clubs in England that need goal scoring like dry
yeah, but
peas need water.
I don't think they would have bought Shaman for 30 million. It's different.
No,
That's a
well, clearly
21
they
year
did
old.
not. Clearly they no under 21. Clearly they did not buy Shamar Nicholson. So I am saying to you, how we evaluate players is very different. There are teams. Crystal Palace has Jordan Ayew as its number 9 striker. Started week in, week out for the
Mm-hmm.
last 3 seasons. And Jordan Ayew has scored 5 goals in 3 years. You think Crystal Palace don't know about Kemar Nicholson? Really? You think they don't know about Jonah Flemings?
Then of course they know,
That
they know
means
about Shamar,
that means
but no, but
in
Cataract,
their evaluation,
Cataract.
they hold on, let me finish it. In their evaluation, they would look and say, Junior Flemings can't even score 4 goals in a 5 year because any man we can score 6 goals in a 5 years because Jordan Ayew's contract is coming up to an end. They would invest in him right now.
Yeah, but what I'm saying, Cataract, for the conversation of Shamar value is 7 million. So to
What?
spend 10 million for Shamar would not be a far thing. So simple means even if Shamar never had the required points in the category, someone paying 10 million for Shamar is not overpaid. It's not overpaid. When your value is 7 million, if you go for 15 million, it's still okay. So Shamar valuation is already over the normal special tax to come in the country. So it's not those things stopping Shamar from not coming in the country. It's just people are not interested in him. Simple. That's just the truth. Why we have to always go around corner? People ask questions, and at the time it never really go anywhere. Nothing else. It was not on a big deal or no 1 second before it go through or nothing. These are different deals with Mikel Antonio. But Shamar should have no problem traveling to England. He's one of the higher profile Jamaican players them with value, because its value is a big talk at the end of the day. You get me? So Shamar can go anywhere if he's good enough, anywhere, because he has the already qualified value. All right, he's already around a $50 million. If he's gonna make a next transfer, 50 million. So Shamar should not be one of the persons that you're talking about special tax on. It don't required, because he's already valued higher than almost all of the Jamaican players them. You understand me? And his ceiling value is up there because he scores goals, as what Qatar could say. But the question to ask, do you think that the goals will translate in the Premier League? Well, according to what's going on now, they don't believe so. You understand me? Because they did not sign him. They did not. They inquired at one point because they had a plethora of injuries. That's different. And because I think that deal would not have gone through, because maybe he realized that that's the reason why they're buying him. And maybe if those guys come back, he's going to go on the bench. And he doesn't sure if it's going to be an instant hit for him. These players, I respect Shamar. You know why? Because he's level-headed. And he's thinking about the situation, looking at the difficulties and stuff. You get me?
So, JD,
No,
your assessment is correct about Shamar's level-headedness.
1 second,
Hold on.
Qatar, let me just clear up this. We never said Mikel Antonio is the best player ever represented Jamaica.
We said the most high profile.
The highest brand player, the highest profile player. I can't think of an ex-player that have a higher profile than Mikel Antonio. That's all I'm talking about.
Let us put it in perspective. Mikel Antonio has been playing in the Europa League when he came.
Yes.
There was no really other player playing European football. Probably Frank Sinclair, back in those days. But Frank Sinclair was the own goal specialist. That's how they had him at Chelsea.
Marlon King way better than Mikel Antonio? I don't think so. Marlon King was a goal scorer, yes, but Marlon King is not better than Marlon King is not better than Mikel Antonio. Mikel Antonio offers things different than Marlon King. Marlon King, wish he had the bullied presence as Mikel Antonio. Because if Marlon King had the bullied presence with the actual finishing ability that he does have, which we have to give him credit for, he would be one of the elite strikers. You understand me? Yeah, but Teddy Lee, you're going for Marlon King because of his numbers. Teddy Lee, all right? Teddy, great beer Lee.
What numbers?
He scores goals.
What numbers?
He scores goals. He scores goals.
Where? You realize outside of when he was since Mikel Antonio has come to the Premier League, he has never been relegated.
He said Marlon King have 12 goals in 24 games for Jamaica.
No, but you're talking about playing for Jamaica.
But Mikel Antonio don't play 24 games. Big Boss, Mikel Antonio don't play 24 games as yet. Yes, that's why I asked about Wes Morgan. Wes Morgan was not as big as Mikel Antonio though. I think he's the highest profile player we had so far.
Yeah, but when Wes Morgan played for Jamaica, he didn't win the Premier League as yet. When he came to play for Jamaica that year, Leicester finished just outside of relegation.
Let me see when Wizard didn't play for Jamaica.
Church of God Almighty, man, I say Wizard. You talk about striker versus defender. God, that patter.
I think Jamaica should go for Ivan Toney. That plays for Brentford. Darren Davis, we know Ivan Toney, but it's gonna be very Where's Morgan? Sorry, where's Morgan? All right, let me get when he played 2020, 26.
Father, no. God Almighty, no. Whisper no better than Ivan Toney. You know a player who we don't put any respect on them name is Andre Gray. And if you recall that moment when first of all people tried to lie until you guys got to Imaxit, that you were one of them who came and brought the truth that
They never
my
called
boy
him.
this Junior Flemings did fan off Andre Gray when he tried to congratulate him when he
Mm-hmm.
scored in the Gold Cup. And just look at the trajectory of the two players. Just look at the trajectory of the two players. One was so hype after scoring one goal in the Gold Cup and can't even make a third team. And the other is enjoying his time in Greece, in the top tier league in
So
Greece.
Ketarak, him did play for Jamaica right when he's playing Champions League. Yeah, that's accurate. Cause he
No,
played
no. When he joined Jamaica,
Oh,
when
when
he
he
made his
joined. Oh,
debut.
when he joined. Oh no, man, he
Yes,
joined
man. When he
earlier.
made his debut.
He joined earlier. He joined earlier because
Yeah, man. That's what I'm saying. When
okay,
he
okay,
joined, they were at the bottom.
okay.
Yes. Wes Morgan is a would be our most decorated player. That's what I would say. Wes Morgan is
Yes,
the most
yes,
decorated player.
yes, yes. That's what I would say for
Having
West Morgan.
won the Premier League, he's the most decorated. But what this has showed you is over the years, we have had some very good players. But because of the quota system, we have
Yes,
never really been able to get a good pool of players together until now. Because Jason Ewell was a dangerous striker in the Premier League. Jason Ewell used to get his 8 and 9 goals for Charlton. When those times Charlton was a mainstay in the Premier League near the bottom, right?
yeah, true,
But
true.
but when the man joined, he was the highest profile. England was not going on the phone and calling up West Morgan and telling him don't fly to Jamaica.
Yes, yes, and even when they're at the World Cup, you hear people running ads said and Michail Antonio should have been in at the World Cup because he's the only striker that could have backed up Harry Kane at the time. So even with Ivan Toney scoring a billion goal, they're talking about Michail Antonio. So what does this man offer so? And he comes up to the same thing. He unlocks wingers to do good. Because remember, under him, Jaron Bar,
Gareth Bowen.
Bowen become the what make the England team based off him, based off Michail Antonio's back. To be honest, people forgot about
Yes,
that,
and
So he makes wingers play
almost went to the
better.
World Cup.
He makes wingers
Almost
play
went to the
better.
World Cup.
Yeah, so he makes wingers play better. So that's why they would want him there. You can go on the big programs, guys. You don't have to listen to us. Just go on the program, the bigger programs where people around England come talking and also professional players talking and saying they don't know why Michail Antonio go to play for Jamaica because this man could have been representing England. You get me? Every time Ivan Toney, they played down Ivan Toney when the man has scored 4,000 goals. They just don't want to play him. So clearly, they would pick Michail Antonio above Ivan Toney just the same, even with Ivan Toney playing so good, which I would not agree with that. I would not agree with that. But I don't know what I kind of know what they saw in him and the coach at the time, but I still would pick Ivan Toney now over Michail Antonio, but they just like Michail Antonio over Ivan Toney in England as well. So it only goes to show that they still kind of support the dude, So we have to just give him respect, man, and let him just do his thing. And what we're seeing here, right now, Andre Gray still pulling out the bag. 18 games played. In the league, 6 goals and 2 assists in 18 games. So he's still putting in some good.
And that is good returns.
And he
Because
scored
that means you're on track to scoring double digits. And as I said, when we had that conversation, I said the first goal for any striker is to score double digits. And once you're a double digit striker, people are going to look for you in demand. Because people that take man will score out 5 goals for the year.
Ronnie said he doesn't think he would have made a team. Well, I think the month that he signed for Jamaica, he would have made a team instant, Ronnie. I'm not asking, that exact month team, he would have made that team 1,000%. 1,000%. Because he was the one that they had in all. I can go back on all the tapes. And even go to the coach himself, all the tapes. He would have made the month when he should have made his debut. He literally would have gotten the call up 1,000%. When he came for Jamaica, 1,000% he would have gotten the call up. Go back and check the stats. Go back and check the information. Check the coach and everything. 1,000% he would have gotten his call up, Ronnie. 1,000%. because it's not coming from me. Just type it in. Back then when he played before he made his debut for Jamaica, and just check the information and you hear the coach talking. You get me? Yes,
Uncle JD,
1000%.
Uncle JD,
Mm-hmm.
hold on a minute. You can't, you were going through and discussing Andre Gray, which is very informative. You got argue with someone. Everybody knew that the only thing that Gareth Southgate left to do was to run in at the airport and call a terrorist thing down to lock down Gatwick Airport to the man to leave. Everybody know players were on the flight. Me will tell you, the ground to the depot of the flight, and we all were informed that Gareth Southgate was calling the man even while the plane was in the sky.
I don't know about that, but Cataract, you
No,
seem
no,
a bit extra there.
I mean,
Cataract said they're calling him in the sky. I don't
they,
know.
they told him when he came to
Well,
Jamaica for the Mexico game. Don't
Cataract.
hold on, remember that the Mexico game was the first game, and he didn't play.
Mm-hmm.
They told him, don't go and take the field for Panama. Come back to England and you would be in the squad.
Yeah, but they were telling they talked about it way before he left Jamaica. Like before he left for Jamaica, days before that. So I don't have to go back to when he came to Jamaica. We have literal footage and the man talking before that, not the coach himself talking. So you just go and check. Guys, we don't need to educate ourselves, and then we'll give these guys more respect that they are not just rejects of any countries, Because I think Anthony is
Let
not
me
a
go even
reject.
further. I am sure that when the anthem did not play by the field, Gareth Southgate still did a message the man and say, yo, don't start the match.
No, I don't. I don't think it goes so far
But that's the
because
only thing. That's
they
the
had
only thing we don't have no
Lewandowski,
evidence. That's
Calvert
the
Lewin.
only thing we don't have no evidence of. But listen, remember Gareth Southgate is a man that went 3-hour journey to go and speak to Wilfred Zaha and ask him not to go and
Yes, he
represent
can't.
Ivory Coast,
He's the
and
one.
met with him.
He
And
believes that
he said
all
that out of
England
his
talent
mouth.
should stay in his own country. He says that out of his own
Country.
mind, but he talks on all of the players them. I can say that is true. He talks on all of the players them, and he tried to not make players play for other countries. That is a fact, and he
And
tried to
he
cap players
and
more
he
than anything else.
right. And he said clearly that he met the man in the hotel, and he kept him there for several hours trying to go. Now, you know how much begging that is? How you can beg a man for hours?
Oh my God! Yeah,
And
that's
this was
true.
out of Gareth Southgate's own mouth. It's reported. Go Google it.
Yeah,
Gareth
but
Southgate
the
and
man,
his
the man,
attempt
the man,
at Wilfred Zaha.
the man's them not going to research nothing. They're going to keep the mentality in their head. Say the English guys them a reject, and that's what they're going to keep on saying. They're not.
Michail Antonio rejected England.
Yes, that's exactly what reported in England paper to go and play for Jamaica. That's what it says. But in Jamaica, they're saying that he can't make the England team. When the paper literally every paper in England says that he rejected England to play for Jamaica. That's exactly what the word for word. Go back and check it yourself, and you see it for yourself. But yet still, every time you have Richard Crawford and then Monday coming with them xenophobic behavior and say all of them madness every single time. Yeah, but it's okay. Let me just continue and leave.
Andre Gray.
Darren David
You
says,
can just tell us about Andre Gray in I'm very interested. I think and because
Darren,
I said
one second. Darren, just tell me why you think Jamaica should not go after Ivan Toney from Brentford. Let me know why.
no. He said he thinks that they should go.
I think they should go.
That we should
Should go.
go.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, man. Big up Darren. Big up Darren. Yeah, man. He's been saying
So
that.
tell Lee, why you think
Oh,
Anthony
it's
is a
a
reject,
joke, man.
Eddie?
No, man, it's a joke, man. It's a joke, man. It's a joke.
No, because
Go on with that, JD.
I'm gonna get back those old papers because I like to bring the fact to you guys, Because one thing like propaganda, but don't want believe the facts. So I'm gonna go for the facts for you guys for Michail Antonio to prove that the man could have made England even when he left. Remember he made England team before, So I don't know why people act like he never made it. He was injured before he get the debut. That's why he never played for England. So act like he made it before. So it's not a big deal for him to make it again. You get me? Yes, I know he got called up in 2016. That's what I just said to them, Teddy. He got called up already. So when people say he couldn't make the England team, he made the team already and got injured in training. So that's why he never played for England before. You get me? It's sad, man. It's sad. But anyway, Andre Gray, he scored in. I don't have the stats for the next leagues, them, because he scores in either the Champions League qualifiers or something like that. I need to check it first. In Europe, he scored in
No,
Europe a few more goals as well.
go on, do it. I will look up. I will look up the European thing, man.
Yeah.
Some man are
He
gonna
has
get
nothing come
embarrassed
up. I
today.
know he got called up more enough times, but the man them just keep on and say the guy is a reject and all sort of madness. You get me? Jamaica need to put in more effort like Southgate, but that's what we're talking about, Ronnie. But it has to take our mentality to change. If we keep on thinking that the man is them not good, England will keep on trying to force to get them to play, and other countries as well. You know, Canada have a few Jamaican slash Canadians, you know, and they're putting more effort to get them play for Canada and stuff. And then we're gonna complain in the end, telling them, oh, this man from Canada is Jamaican, this man is Jamaican, and then none of them play for Jamaica. It's all about our attitude. That's why they don't play for us, because we thought that weren't good enough to play for us when we are the ones that not going anywhere. I don't understand. One team going somewhere, but they're not good enough to play for us. So then, how is it we're good, but we can't see it? That's what I'm always saying. Oh, we become good, but we can't see it, and we turn away all of those players that could have done great things for us. We need to. I love what Mr. Speed talking right now. None of these guys get away won't get away again, because Mr. Speed and those guys, they have turned a full circle now. Any one of these players of quality, he's saying that, yeah, man, go out there for them. You know? Yes.
So
Mm-hmm.
Andre Gray, in the Europe, European, is it Champions League qualifier? Is it the Champions League qualifiers, right? Played 4 games, scored 5 goals, and 1 assist.
Yeah, 5 and 1 assist plus the 8 and 2 year. So 5 and 1 assist
So
and 8 and 2.
No, 6 and 2. 6 and 2.
6 and 2, yeah, 6 and 2. 6 and 2?
Yeah, 6 and 2.
Yeah, 6 and 2. 6
Right?
and 2, yeah, 6 and 2.
So he has been more devastating in Europe.
5 and 1.
Right?
So,
Let me make you. Oh, yeah, Conference League, sorry. Europa Conference League.
yes, so
Right?
11
So
and
in
3.
Europe,
11
in
and
Europe,
3.
he has been more devastating.
Mm-hmm.
As
Yeah,
a matter of fact, there's only one game that he played that they did not score, and that was against Maccabi Tel Aviv in the away leg. But he scored in every single game that he played.
so he's still doing good things, guys. Still doing good things. All right. Yeah, that's facts. And Speed them know them can't travel outside JA if we do not make the next World Cup. Oh, Cass, that's all like you are bad at the man. Oh, guys, we are here even longer than expected. You know, we have 10 more minutes to reach 3 hours. Definitely smash the like button to get this one over. What 200? Let we get 200. As we said, at 200 the thing there. All right, yeah, man, at 200 the things there. All right, so to get this close to 200 likes. Yeah, Andre Gray scored 10 goals on loan for QPR last season. Yes, that we know that. Danny said they never reached out to him. All right, all right. Even Danny Simpson said Jamaica never contacted him, and he played with West Morgan. All right, so see, so that's what I'm saying. The behavior from that time, yes. And then you have my boy Humble One coming every day. You acknowledge the people there. Humble One, it look like a my stream alone. You come in with a behavior, you know. Every stream you go up and you know the same people them turn up, you know, and everybody acknowledge them. So it look like I just me alone you have a problem with. You understand me? The people in my comment, I try to change them, Humble One. So every day you see people start change more and more. But you see more people come in because clearly they may drink the Kool-Aid different places. So they have to come back and get rebaptized. You get me? In the holy water of Imaxit. You understand me? Yes. So just relax, Humble One. Or else you're going to get baptized too as well. Yes, we can't force people to change, but we have to give them the information and they will eventually change. That statement ain't xenophobic, all right. Yeah, man. Every day that brother come, him cuss me out in the stream like a me. So no, you realize it's not me starting the xenophobic war. It's the people I'm in the chat. Then he's complaining that I am the one acknowledge them. So I don't know. I need to give the category a break. I'm gonna take a break and go to Africa. I'm gonna start talking about African football and don't come over here back. And look how you guys are gonna come over the African videos and then cuss that I'm not talking about Jamaica. You see what I can't stand, Cataract? Every time I go, I deport myself from Jamaica, going to talk about different football. Yo, JD, oh, you go like you want to sell out Jamaican football, so you need to come back in on the category. The category boring. This, that. Then when I come here, every day I'm talking about people, I'm identifying people's comment and all sort of thing. Then I don't know what to do, man. Cataract, just buy my channel. Just buy my channel, Cataract. Buy my channel, let me just run away, left Jamaica content and just do anything. I have the luxury to do any other video, any part of the world and be successful. So I can just run away and give it to what's his name? What's his name again? Humbler One. I'm just gonna give my channel to Humbler One and just run away. Yeah, go to Sierra Leone. Yes, I might can cover Sierra Leone, you. Yes, I might can cover Sierra Leone and another channel. Maybe that will happen. Thank you, Tyrell, man. Massive respect, man. We are trying our best, but sometimes you have some people come in the chat that's always fight with us, man. I'm telling you, man, every day. Imaxit football, you out here giving people holy water. Yes, man, I have to bless them in the Imaxit church because I'm mad entertaining, you know? Yeah. I'm offering 5 bills. 5 bills, so what? You can offer 5 bills on my channel. Hey, boy, that's Goya, man. All right, and if you now give me 50K, 50K US, and then I consider it. 50K US, I'm consider it. All right, 50K. You hear that? You hear that, Owen? 50K for my Imaxit business, and I consider it and give it to you. 50K. Oligarch, you have them type of money there?
I'm no longer. You know, listen, look, compare you one and few times. You know, you good to be with them people. Yeah. But we can buy delusion.
No, I have my Imaxit channel. I'm gonna give you the 2 channel and everything.
So we
50K.
can't buy delusion because look how we've been trying to talk football, and what happens is when they realize that they're not winning, like you bring up Andre Gray stats no one thing, some man just come in and try to distract you from it, and you make them distract you. Andre Gray at his age and stage is still a potent striker in Europe. Is a potent striker in a top league in a country in thing. I think Greece would be like what? Like but Greece bigger than Greek football is bigger than Macedonia. And then we make the same league that Schaefer score a goal in. We go on, hey, Schaefer's the greatest thing, bring him inside now, him score in Europe. And the same league, Andre Gray scored 5 goals in. And we said, no, that's your Andre Gray. Him not good. So the balance, that's all we say. And big up CFS, big up Paris. And I want them to progress. I want the best players to play for Jamaica. I want the Grim Reaper, the dentist have a hard time to know which teeth to pull.
Hold on, Cataract. I have not sold out 80R Suriname. I am going to 80R Suriname are my second yards. Alright? As soon as those content starts, I'm done with Jamaica. You understand? And then I will come
Man,
back.
God.
I'm done with Jamaica. I am the biggest sellout. You know, anytime I get my other contents, I'm done with Jamaica. It's just because 80 and Suriname, I'm not doing any videos now. That's why I'm not. And remember, when I do those contents, it's a straight football. You understand me? Yeah, so once they do start back, I'm going to cover Suriname. Remember, everybody from 80 and Suriname love me, you know? You know, so nobody from Jamaica not like me. Cataract, them not like me at Jamaica, and this is me barn. And then the people from 80 and Suriname love me. And then you know I got cuss now if me say anytime Suriname and 80 start me gone. So where you cuss for then? So if you just say I can't deal with them people here. So why me even stay and deal with them every single day? Why me can't run away? Cataract.
So somebody's asking a question about the under 20. But I just want to talk football, you know.
Number one, me get the point, number one. But sometimes people come here and ask
No,
questions, and we have to try convert them, number one. We have to try convert them to
you can't,
knowing the truth, you know. And every time we
you
say it
can't
to them,
convert some people.
okay, I think Richard Crawford, you cannot convert. That's why I don't read his comment anymore when it comes to the xenophobic part. I don't read that. But any new commenter, I would actually try inform them like that. Christian, try to explain to Christian that's not the way it goes. But I think humble one don't listen those part like I'm truly trying to help them. You understand me? Yes. We don't like mans around this part. Okay, see, they say they don't like mans around this part, so, so all right then, no problem. Because I never meant it like that, you know. But all of a sudden, they are saying that I want man to love me, you know. So it's okay. I never said it that way, you know. Jesus God, the English language is different from Jamaican patois, you know, man. Sure.
Yes. So can you tell us if the under 20 team will participate in the CAC games this year?
The under 20 teams? I
Mm-hmm.
don't know. I have to check. I have to check that one first. But World Cup coming up for under 20.
Yeah, but I don't know, there's a CSC game as well. So I don't know if that would be. I know that there was supposed to be a press conference about the under 17 today,
Mm-hmm.
but I don't know if they get no invite, JD.
No, I never need any invite. Don't I? Had the I can get information without invite. I had the information before.
So did you attend it on Zoom?
No, I don't. I don't need to attend the game or the thing.
The press conference.
No, I don't need to go to the person for what reason?
You're a supplier of Jamaican content.
Yes. So if I can get the information
You
without going to the press conference, and I got the
no, but there
information
are
for the press
important
conference,
questions to ask. There are important questions to
but
ask.
Cataract, I got the information that I wanted to ask before even a press conference. So why should I even kill myself over a press conference?
Okay, boss.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Press conference is for excitement. To come back and tell people say go to press conference, you know? When you can just ask the question, you know? And get the answer. 3 Caribbean spots for 2024 Concacaf CL. New barometer
Yeah,
for local clubs. Okay.
but didn't we get knocked out?
Yeah, we get knocked out. None of our teams made the Concacaf. No, none. But next time, Jamaica have a stronger chance. One of the Jamaican teams them have a stronger chance. But what we saw that the other teams in the Caribbean good. So we might still not make it just the same. Even when we have a chance to go straight there, you know, we might still not reach there. But let's see. Because now it's more easier. Let's see if we can make that big switch and go straight into the Concacaf. And guys, what we're talking about, you have a Concacaf like we have the Champions UEFA Champions League, which is Europe. You have a CONCACAF region, Champions League, right? So now it's going to make it easier for the region because through the Caribbean region deemed as the lower region of football, they're trying to evolve that level to come up to all the other regions as well. You get me? So now they're going to try and force them into the big league. I don't know if that's a good step up, you know, because what I saw from some of the teams, I think we are going to see some beating dish out. We are gonna see some big results this short, you know, guys. I'm telling you. But it's a part of the development as well. Yeah, because remember you saw Pacific FC battered Waterhouse 6. You understand? And Waterhouse is the most successful team in the last 5 years for Jamaica. And a 6, them pick up, you know. The first time the man them complain say the fields in Jamaica are bad, man. I can't get to pass the ball around. So when they go to their own elements and can pass the ball around, cataract, Jesus God, a seize. You see, man, the only youth me did impress with was Romain Blake. You know, he tried his heart out in that game, but he couldn't avoid the
Okay.
6, you know? Could avoid the 6 just the same. So, if our best team gets 6 in that game, and that was a lower tier team because after that Pacific went and got battered by a Costa Rican team. You get me? So, the levels there, man. Yeah, I'm telling guys, we're going to watch that competition. Once the Jamaican teams can get to fight for it, we're going to watch the competition. All right, so we can inform ourselves on it. We're going to learn that the category, the region is not as what we think. All right, we're going to learn about coaching. We're going to learn about the qualities of players in the region, and you're going to see, you're going to see, you're going to see. The man who said the six is real, Cataract. I be foolish as them going, you know. Them not support Jamaica and I be a drama them support. It was a Jamaican team and they tried their best, man. But it could have been more. It could have been 8-9 or so. Yes, man. But we're gonna go around and support them. Once the time comes, just to see how they do. If they can get a team into the Champions League, that would be good for the JPL. That would be good recognition for the JPL and stuff. But I would not put hope on it, guys, because we just have a small team tournament to qualify, and we couldn't qualify. And now they're gonna change the pool now to cancel out certain things to make it a little bit more easier. I don't think it's gonna be easier. I think it's gonna be tougher. Cataract. We're gonna get some straight beaten. You know. We need the JPL to step up. The stand. They're trying. They're trying their best, man. They didn't get battered, but was 1-0 down. Respect the CPL top 10 teams. Okay, he's talking about his Canadian team. He's not talking about Waterhouse. True, I said his team step up to the Costa Rican team and got battered. I think the Costa Rican team was better. Mad vibes. I watched the game, you know. Sean Bass watched the game as well, you know. The next team was better, you know. Danica said Portmore play Cruz Azul and got 6 in Mexico 2020. Jesus God, Cataract. No, but that's okay. I think the 6 for Waterhouse was worse. Cruz Azul is one of the teams that's always one of the champions are around the champions for the Champions League crown. A Concacaf, a tier down. Waterhouse got 6 in, you know. Concacaf, you know, not the Champions League, you know. So that's worse than Portmore 6 love. You understand me? I could understand where Portmore get the 6 love because those are the guys closer to the above the MLS levels and stuff, and some of them going to Europe. So that are top tier players in our region gave them 6. So I could understand that. But the Canadian team, good players. A lot of them are good players because some of them value 4 and 5 million. So they are on their transition to go to MLS and elsewhere. You know, so they are good players. And we might catch them at the wrong time. But at the same time, I still don't believe a league that just started the other day should be beating up a league that's so long. You know, we should have developed a little bit more to get be more a little bit competitive towards those teams, to be honest. What say you, Cataract?
I'll wait for the result. If we are a big thing and we are big, fast, and strong, and we are better than anybody, we should be qualifying for the. I'm not saying we should win, but we should be qualifying. If we can't make it out of Caribbean, there's no excuse.
Yes, Mr. Speed, we are going. I'm gonna call. Anytime we see Mr. Speed, I'm gonna say the rules are easier for you to get to the Champions League. It's gonna be embarrassing if we say we have so much talent in Jamaica, but cannot make it out of the Caribbean side. You know? Yes.
So Lenny Hyde has been fired
Mm-hmm.
as the coach of Chapeltown Maroons.
Well, because results not going their way, or what he wants to play with, he's not getting, because most of the rules never favored his players them playing, and some of them can't get to play for their team. I think it's a combination of both, right?
Right. 2 wins, 2 draws, and 6 defeats, but they were in 11th place. He was complaining that they are not in the relegation zone.
Yes, but he couldn't get to use all of his players. Remember, so all of his players, majority of them are young players, and you only can play 5 at a time. You can sign up to 15. That's what they said. But you only can play 5 at a time. So his team had to be significantly altered.
I was reading the report. So they really saying that it's unfortunate. I think that he's what he says. He's been given time to develop the young players and you know make them competitive. But it just goes to show you that even in Jamaica, CEOs and management are impatient. They need results.
Okay. Yes. No, that's fair. I'm gonna do a video support for that. Maybe tomorrow we will talk about that. We'll get all the necessary information, get the people that can talk on it, and then bring them to you guys. So maybe that can happen tomorrow if I get the time though. All right. So guys, we don't reach we don't reach 200 likes. I'm not doing any Chura stream anymore. I'm done with Chura stream because I'm not getting the likes. No, you can't ramp with me like that. I need 6 more likes to reach 150. That's a joke thing. So that's a joke thing. You guys styling mans out here. Yeah, so yeah, Cataract. So tomorrow I will do the stream yard. So if you want to come on tomorrow, and I'm not hiding you can come on. Cause we
No,
pay
man.
for a stream yard and we pay for this system as well. You know? Yeah, so we can flip from everything, you know? We can actually put it on the screen.
It's not only parenting. So again, thanks for having me, JD, and I hope that we have dispelled the myths that's going on.
Yes, tomorrow we have to fight again, yet again.
Michail Antonio is certainly would be considered that is joining one of, if not the most high profile. Looking back over it, I think Frank Sinclair would have probably been a higher profile because Frank Sinclair had played in the Champions League when he had joined us, and stuff like that, and was playing in the team with Gianfranco Zola, etc. But that is just the truth. They what I would say though is that Michail Antonio has given us at least two superbly memorable moments, for which we won't forget. But I don't know about some other people what they're watching football for.
All right, respect and thanks, Sir
And
Cataract.
man just need to put respect on the big man name. And I read where you were saying that Kemar Roofe is back from injury,
Yes, they
so I
said
look
he
forward to
said he's
him.
back from injury and he joins back the injury list again after scoring. It's okay.
God have mercy.
I will try. I will try to get the follow up news. I'll let you know what's up. So we'll put everything on the paper, and tomorrow we will chop it up, big boss. See, my man say I should
Yeah,
not do
man.
it for the love, not for the likes. The reason why you don't get any notification, guys, is because when I set the stream for 1 hour ahead, I started a little bit earlier than even the final time because notification sends out 30 minutes before. And the maximum amount of videos get notified is 3. Obviously, I don't do 3 videos per day. But I'm just educating people in the category that seems to want to put out 60,000 videos and then complain. So people fight them. Or the people now watch them video. That's how YouTube go. Just read and you learn. Alright, so the man stops oversaturate the category and just put out a few videos. Jamaica now do that well in football for we to be doing 60,000 videos every day. You know, yeah, man. So yes, so sorry about that notification thing. It will be sorted. I will make sure I start my streams exactly on the time when I said I'm gonna start it, and you will get the notification. All right. The man says um Cataract always grant. All right. Before that, he said Brendan said JD Sports TV. I said I don't do sports. I do a sport, which is football, period. Do it for the love, JD. Don't do it for the likes. Jesus Christ. I better say him a one that come on my video and don't like my video. Come in and tell me about don't do it for the likes. You see what, Cataract, you see why I have to always fight every day? Humble one, you see why I have to always fight every day? Because man's come in and said I should do it for and he's not liking my video. And I out here telling him about don't do it for the likes. Oh my god, these brother. Alright, so Cataract, give you some information. Alright, since we're gone through around 10 minutes, let we go 3.5 hours and finish for you guys. And Cataract, we are done 20 minutes. 20 minutes. My little baby I got sleep
All right.
now.
No, he's doing well, training with his local club, and you know, planning vacation. He should be in Jamaica for the entire summer,
Yeah?
unless he sign. Um, you know, Mr. Speed spoke about players who are investing in Jamaica and things like that.
Oh my
I only one
god.
player come from Portland. I don't know why I never want to call him name, but who buy house in Portland. One player in England come from Portland and Granty.
Jesus God.
The man they love Jamaica to the bone. You understand what I say?
Okay,
So
okay, sir. Alright.
they won't whatever the bad taste and stuff. They won't give up as a youth where You know what I mean? He never gal out him thing and done out him years and years of earning. So it's comfortable. You know what I mean? I would love to see him picked up in a club before the
So when is he going to
the
retire?
transfer window.
When is he going to retire, and will he do anything in the footballing field? Does he have any plans like that?
He has been playing football since he's 7 years old.
Yes, I know about that.
You understand? So sometimes he make his decisions. He has a young family. He has a young baby. And unlike and not throwing no shade at nobody else, but unlike people never know say him had a second child that was born during the time when we were doing World Cup qualifying. Him never say him now come because him baby just born him. They are Jamaica. We never talk about those things.
Yeah.
He has a second child, a young child born during the whole time up when he was trying to come to Jamaica. So he paid attention to the family. Still love Jamaica, still ever in Jamaica. Grandma still live at Portland, still I invest in him thing. And as I've always said,
you have a comment
for the
for you,
ultras,
Cataract. You have a comment for you as well too. Brinjin says Wun implies Grant is enjoying retirement in some nursery home. Is that true?
no, he's not in a nurse. And every people knows that Grant has never been injured really in his career. And he's playing every game for a season for the last 15 seasons, every game. So I think when it came, everybody would know that their career will come to a crescendo. It is what it is. It is what it is. You know what I mean? And
Yeah, so
at the end of the day, the six games I play for Jamaica, we will cherish them. And always cherish knowing that when he was on the field, Jamaica was never losing.
right.
And no matter how was
One thing with these, these subscribers are something else in the Cataract. I see why you can't deal with them. The man
I see what?
I see why you can't deal with them. You're saying the oligarch stop talking about money, guys. He said he's not buying no channel. Because he can't deal with them people. So they have completely beat the sense out of Cataract now. Noel said Gray better than Bailey right now. Good lord, I'm not gonna go into that debate. We don't have any time. But based on Bailey fans based goals to say he's better than Grealish, and also the person that when I checked Bailey's stats, he's the 17th ranked highest player, and Grealish is one of the highest rated player in the entire Premier League because he does what he does to impact winning and football. But clearly, we don't watch football and we don't know what going on by the football field. You only know it's a goal and assist, and that's it we're interested in. You get me? Yes. So I just leave it
No,
alone.
because that's because a lot of people don't watch the football game. They just read the score.
Yes,
So
yes.
they can't know more than that.
Yes. Because so when I said Bailey ain't better than Grealish and it's not even close, the man them cussed me out and want worried me and I said them expect me to say that. I said, Jesus God, I am the one actually trying to learn how these guys in Europe thinks via their coaching, and I'm telling you what I'm seeing. This man is impactful towards winning a little bit more, and not a little bit more, a lot. He might not score as much goal, but because the way he plays and his adaptability is good enough to do a job. And right now he has some of the most successful take-ons than anyone else. I'm not talking about Leon Bailey, I'm talking about anyone else in the Premier League. So he's doing things that people ain't doing in the Premier League in order to keep his spot or get game in the City team. The City is one of the best teams in the world. So we're talking about a person turning up for world football. But boy, anywhere we can pin our pillar, we try to pin our pillar. I'm very sorry. Likes Gang says 1 like. Massive respect. Thanks very much. He can play JPL while down there. The new coach might recall him. What about that?
That's a madman.
So why?
That has never been a semi-pro for the game, man. We would have compared a semi-pro
No,
league.
but they are not.
You played in a professional club from 8-7. You really think you compare? No, I know some places some places in truth people go down. Like I was just looking at Frank Sinclair. Frank Sinclair played non-league football up until I think 2012, years after he stopped playing for Jamaica. But we never really had these kind of YouTube things to highlight what mans and man were doing. Marcus Gale played non-league football, but some people like it's like Gareth Bale. When you have been doing it for so long and for so young, when your time comes, you just decide what they want to do. And the man, my thing is that some man just make the man look like the man can't play ball like we never see what going on in Mexico. I want to make that happen.
All right, all right.
Yeah.
All right, so you hear it from the great Grant, the Granty. All right, yes, man. So guys, Siobhan says he drops 3 likes on the video. Thank you very much, Siobhan. I don't have to hear about you dropping 4 and 5 likes on the video. Make people think that I'm inflating my likes count, and it's not my talent doing it. All right, yes. So let me come off the stream before Cataract walk and spread the rumor. Say, me a big likes and 3 likes, 3 likes 1 person put on my video. Because anytime I see me, him find all them things ever tell me, So you have to make sure. All right, Siobhan, get away with that statement of 3 likes.
People don't know you have big likes, boss. You know what I mean?
You see what you call Siobhan? All right, so guys, let we leave it there. Let we empty the street. And we will turn it back next day with more contents to reason on. All right. Owen says probably can mentor a few youths in the JPL. That might be true. That's maybe. But Cataract will talk to him about that.
He offered to do that, and he was treated with disdain. So I don't know about that. He will
Okay.
offer.
Okay.
He had offered to work a developmental. If at the time when the Nation League, he said he would have, if he had come down for the Nation League, he would have stayed on for the month and really help develop the CDMs under 17, under 20 national. But those things were never taken on. So we're not going to push up.
All right,
We're not going to push up on nobody.
All right, Cataract. Big up. Wesley Hall. Bigging up Team Cataract. All right. Big up yourself, Wesley Hall.
Yeah, Wesley Hall, when I see them, man.
Yeah, man. Wesley Hall.
Reaching I see them again in Wesley. You don't know the badness.
Wesley Hall. Big up yourself. All right. So, guys, we are out, Man's have to live, All right. So, big up. Take care. When you put a like on the damn video, stop bad minding my video. All right. Yeah, man. And share it and subscribe. Take care.